What's going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in with me, Cool Gent 87. Before you all do anything, please be able to hit that like button, hit that thumbs up, and not only that, but also subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. And could you also do me a favor and share this video? It was very much appreciated. I have a backup channel, which is Cool Gent 87 Live. It's also in the description box below with the Cash App for those who like to help grow the channel. Any much is appreciated. Uh, I have a guest on here. Well, he's not a guest, though. He's actually a good buddy of mine. Brian, though. What's going on, bro?
Hey, cool gent. How you doing?
Man, I'm doing all right, man. Doing all right, though, man. Shoot.
That's good.
Trying to wait for some other people to come in and stuff. It'll build up.
Yeah,
Couple
it
got
will.
like AJ come on here and Ruby. So yeah, that's gonna be a good live stream today.
Uh-oh, yeah.
hmm I should have made a list about some things though before before I titled it, but it's gonna come along.
Oh, okay.
It's gonna come along with it. So yeah.
I see. I can't see the chat. What is the title? Because I didn't see the. You didn't give me no notifications. I don't know what happened. You used to give me notifications when you're about to go live.
Yeah, that's crazy though. Did you probably have to set the reminder or something at times? You have to go back and look at
Yeah.
it.
They usually let you to like it tell you let's say cool gent going on at 4 and it says set reminder. I don't get that no more.
Yeah. Was it acting look like that when you had a hangout at times?
No,
You didn't. Oh,
no.
okay.
I have to always see
Maybe.
when somebody's about to go live. It gives me a reminder.
Okay, maybe it's the title. Like I said, I had to change though because I had it up yesterday. Then I changed it like a little bit earlier.
Oh,
So
okay.
maybe that could have been the cause. Maybe I'm not sure.
Okay.
Yeah, we had to go ahead and change it up. So it's all good. It's
That's
all
cool. It's
good.
all good. Hey, I'm here.
Yeah. So appreciate you. Give a shout out to everybody coming in. Miss Miller, thank you for coming in. Thank you for tuning in.
Yes. Hey, Bismillah. No, I can't see you, but hey, let me
I don't know why you can see me though. What's up, Reed? Thanks for coming on in.
let me see something. Yeah, thanks everybody for joining Cool Gent.
Everybody, who's coming in, please be able to hit that like button. Much appreciated. Hit that like up. Want to know some more? Come on in. Are you using your phone?
Me? Yeah.
Oh, okay. Huh. Sure. I even set the notification on my phone. And like it seemed like a little tab at the top of my corner saying, I'm live. I go
Yeah.
live at the exact time.
Yeah, I gotta get another laptop. I keep playing around. I'm just like taking the summer off, but I think I'm gonna change that.
Oh yeah. I definitely need another laptop, man. Sure. I had mine since like 2010. But it's still good. I think my speakers kind of echo funny on my left one, like it just went down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. So yeah, see if I can get that fixed or whatever. I just use my headphones anyway.
Okay. Yeah. I had to get my other phone.
Okay.
I
Set
got
this up
using my wireless. Always keep a backup phone.
Man, what you said though, shoot, I need to get me another backup phone too. I was thinking about how well it'll go with having a tablet.
Yeah.
I think about getting one of those in the future. Tablet's good too. Maybe $100 tablet, who knows?
Yeah, they're not expensive anymore. They're pretty reasonable.
Uh-huh. I just want to make sure I get the best one. Maybe I don't know.
For the Samsung,
Samsung, yeah. Yeah, probably one of those. I have to look at it. Check it out.
old school ways versus new school ways.
Yeah. You see it now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why you couldn't see it on your other phone, man. I don't know. Maybe just blanked out or something.
Yeah. Well, only thing I can say about the new school that's, you know, got me leery is the skinny jeans, the purse wearing, the feminine type of stuff. You know that
Yeah,
if if I would have done that, the older guys would have kicked my ass.
man, what you said, I
Yeah,
can't comprehend how so many guys this generation, man, in 2019 can follow this new fashion trend. You know, I ain't saying every fashion trend is bad, but it's just like the newer ones that's trending now. You know, with the skinny leg jeans. Um, I mean, tighter than a damn woman's. I'm
yeah,
like, dang, dude. You know, and like you said, the merce, what you call it, the merce, that's the new male purse.
yeah. The merce.
Man, new merce and stuff, man. And they got, man, shoot, they probably even got like the women's sunshades on instead of their own.
Yeah, the blonde hair and all that.
Uh huh. Yep, blonde hair. I'm like, dang. They got like a two piece weave or something on the side of here. I don't know if you've ever seen some pictures like that. Like, man, I'm gonna see this.
The man weave. Toothpaste been around, but
Yeah. Yep. Donald Trump toothpaste. I'm like, man, I'm like, they trying to be the new women. Or I don't know.
yeah, women seem to be more masculine than the men now.
Ain't it though, man? Like, ain't it? And that's the thing too. Also, you kind of go back like years ago, man. Like, look at how women, like the sisters, even back down say to the '90s, man. Like they really appreciate their natural beauty, man. You know,
Yeah,
knowing that bleaching their skin, they have their original hair. Like they appreciate their natural hair, man. And it's just like everything now. It's like they hate themselves.
yeah,
They really hate themselves, man. I'm like, man, this is crazy, dude.
yeah.
And
I was look. I'm sorry.
go ahead, you got it.
I said I was looking at like the old like sisters from the '70s movies.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, I can see why I was in love with all of them. They were so natural.
Uh huh. I'm gonna pull it up to the. I'm glad you
No
brought that.
tattoos. They were just
Yep.
naturally beautiful.
Oh yeah. Let's like do this screen share. Let me check this out.
They were just
Yep.
they were feminine.
Yep. Very feminine, man. Who else is coming? All right. Can y'all see that?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay, cool. What's up, Simple D? Thanks for tuning in, bro. I'm gonna show y'all. I'm gonna show y'all now what the women from back then look like. What's up, love? My poetic kills. What's up, babe?
Hmm.
Thanks for tuning in. So these are the women. Hope everybody can see that. These are the women from like back in the 1970s, you know,
Yep.
with the natural hair. Pam Greer. Um,
There was one that was if she was it was a couple of them. She was like dark skinned, but she was woo. I mean, she was so beautiful. I can't remember her name.
I'm trying to see.
She was oh man, I think it was I don't know what Kate something, but she was just naturally gorgeous. Hair, long hair, real pretty face,
Oh
eyes
yeah.
of an angel. Woo!
Let's see. Make it this way. Man, yeah. I mean, times change, man. You know, a lot of this
Yeah.
changed from back then. A lot of this changed. Let me go check back in. Yeah, shout out to you, babe, Kel. Yeah, I seen your the natural beauty. Yeah, we love natural beauty. Looking lovely. Always, always. All right, I'm check out the men from back then too, the brothers.
There's nothing much has changed. They were more masculine back then. Pretty much
Yeah,
nothing has
the
changed.
track. Yep. Chef. Look at this man. Hey, look at that man. Just, yeah, it was different. it was different.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, they had the fro and stuff. They had their little different styles and all, but they did dress in a certain way. You know, I ain't saying their trend was good, but they had more masculinity back then.
Yeah.
They got. Let's see this.
What's up, Tyrone? Tyrone's a funny dude. If you, I know what he be saying. He's very funny.
Yeah, Tyrone was a trip, man. What's up, Tyrone? What is going on with you, bro? Uh, Tyrone, very funny. Gotta get you on here one day again, Tyrone. You a trip, man.
Yeah.
Man. All right. Yes. But yeah, man, and then I'm gonna go show y'all the new trends today. Still the new trends today, 2019 Negroes. But there are some I mean they still like, old fashioned men today, but like you said, it's not a lot of them. It's not a lot of
Yeah.
them today. Like
No.
everything is just like, man, just totally fucking different. I don't know what's up, man. I don't know what's up this new generation.
No fathers.
No fathers, man, at all.
No real fathers.
Uh-huh. No real fathers at all, though, man. Shoot.
Yeah.
Yep. Check this out. I'm trying to find the picture, though. Man, I can't find it. They got, check this out.
Yep.
But
Yeah, it was a good show you had yesterday with AJ, Mocha. What's
yeah, that
the
was a great show, man. That was a great show.
Yeah, that was a good
Um,
panel.
it was really good, dude. Yeah. Yeah, simply, it's going pretty well. It's going pretty well. I know I'm type in. I know I'm check out. One second. Check it out.
That's right. Tyrone acting like chicks. And the chicks are acting like men.
Man, so much dudes. So many of them like they the new men. A lot of this stuff was set up from back in the at the time. They knew that they had to find a way to destroy us and divide us. And look where we are today.
Yep.
I mean, we're on a different time set, dude.
Yeah.
What you, what you call them women back then? The men like the vintage women, vintage men.
Yeah.
Let's see. Screen share. All right. Yeah, it was pretty good, Tyrone. All right. Okay. Yeah, hope y'all can see that. Yeah.
Let's see.
How they all dressed with the suave cats and stuff like that.
Yep.
Shoes. Yeah. Like, I don't think you see too many men wearing bow tie unless they doing a choir or something or whatever. You have some.
Yeah, you only have a few.
Hmm. This is how a real man dress, guys, ladies and gents. Ladies, look at the ladies too, man.
They were fully clothed.
They're fully clothed though, man, and like, what do you call them? The fur scarves, big fur scarves they wear back then too.
I forgot what they call a shawl or something like that.
A Shaw, huh? I don't even
Yeah.
know how to spell it. Now you did good spell it. Man, man, it's like what? It's just like what happened, man. Just what happened.
Yep. Bismillah saying on Nation of Islam, men, those men are gone, Bismillah. They
Yeah,
don't
they
do anything
are.
anymore. They're not even the same either. They Scientologists now.
Uh-huh.
They used to have the neighborhood in check.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did. It's something about the old. I don't know. Something about one was like when they old school hairstyle, man. I don't know what it is. It's like stuck in the past.
Yeah.
What did I like? What do I also like about those times too? Yeah, of course. Our music was different, even with the
Yep.
'90s and stuff too. Including that, music was a whole lot better, man.
Yeah.
It was just a different feel to it. But I got a chance to at least experience the last of what a true culture really is. You know, our TV shows, everything was like on point.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah. We were more together. We wasn't at each other's throat like we are now.
No, and now ever since we got the online thing, man, it's like I said the other day, they worse than the kids who on Xbox Live or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Way worse, man. No decency or anything. It's like what the flip, man.
Yep.
Let's see. See if I put this in. Modern American. Because you know we got this the slut culture though, man. The slut culture is what really killed a lot of it. Slut culture killed like romance.
Yeah. Slut and hookup culture.
Mm-hmm. Amber Rose and all them.
Now we got the Me Too.
Yep, the Me Too movement, man. Let me see if I can pull this up. I'll show y'all this. Yep, everybody out there in the audience, this is what it is today. Y'all see that
Did
slut
you
walking
see?
shit though, man?
Did you see that foolishness?
Yeah, look at this, man. Look at this. Fucking piece of shit, man. They the ones who promoting all this BS. A lot of this stuff, man. Hollywood, man, they some weirdos, dude.
Yeah.
Weirdos, man.
Yep.
Like I can't believe they would go out there and just wear this bullshit.
Yep.
And people want to have a reason to back it up. Well, they got their reason for doing it right there, though, man.
Yep.
What is it doing? What is it really doing? You know? And you got these fruit cup ass Negroes too. Fruit cups. A shim, a him.
Whatever the hell that is. It's this. See, that's why I like black people get mad, but I'm not a political person. I can care less.
Mm-hmm. Same
But
here.
Trump seemed like he's I like him because he's masculine.
Yeah, that's one thing I do respect about it though. Like you ain't gotta like him though, but you gotta respect his masculinity. You
Yeah,
know,
he's like a real man.
even though man, you know, he does some crazy shit, but but I
Yeah, he
understand.
says crazy shit, but we haven't had a masculine president, a masculine man like in the forefront like that in a long time.
Yep, a long
But I
time.
do. There's a small change that's going on. I don't know if you noticed because was it NBC? They got two shows where his brothers that are like lead and they are masculine. They're not feminine. One
Uh
show I
huh.
can't remember the name. Is it Morris Chestnut is the lead? He's playing like an FBI director, and he
What's that name of the show? He's
yeah,
like
and he's
a cop or something like that.
yeah, he's an FBI. They be chasing like terrorists.
Um, what's the
I
name of that
forgot the name,
show? I
but
remember
he's
seeing that show.
but he's on there. He's kicking ass. He's not effeminate. He's not being like emasculated. And there's
Hmm.
another one about a girl who can see like when she look at dead people, she can like
Hmm.
she can talk to dead people and they tell her who killed them. And the leading cop is another brother that's not like effeminate or emasculated, being beat up. He looks like a man, like he don't wear skinny jeans or stupid clothing like that.
Is it this show right here, The Enemy Within?
Oh yeah. Okay, that's it.
Okay, I know I seen it on show. I just didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's starting. A lot of people starting to see the mistakes. So it's starting to change a little bit.
Uh huh.
So I was glad to see that he's playing like a man.
Right. It's real talk.
Yeah, and he
Yeah.
was married. He was married to the girl on the show that died.
Hmm.
I
Oh
think
wow.
she was in
Okay.
the CIA.
Oh, he said she was in the CIA.
Yeah, I can tell you the story. I guarantee next year she's not dead. But it's the show
Huh.
it was a good show.
Okay. Okay. That's what's up. I
Yeah,
might probably look into it in the future or something. But yeah,
hmm
man, it's this one show, dude. It's called Mirror, Black Mirror, and I don't know if you ever heard of it. It's on Netflix.
no,
Oh, man, I gotta type it in. Here we go. This right here, y'all gotta check out this episode, though, man. This gonna be like the feature. The show is called Black Mirror, season 5, episode 1. The episode is called Striking Vipers. Y'all have to check this out, though, man.
yeah,
I'm telling you, this is like what's gonna take place as far as like the virtual reality thing. Like it's gonna blow your fucking mind. You're like, what the hell? Like you may not
really,
even look at video games like in the same way. Like for real, man. Real talk.
yeah.
That episode right there really got my attention. Someone shout out to Solo TV 84. He bought this up.
Okay. Well, they got something like I said on Red yesterday. There's something they have. It's called neural links. They
Oh,
connect to your
Neuralink.
yeah, connect to your brain. It's supposed to make you smarter or something like that.
Yeah, you got to see it though, man. Where his friend, his male friend, offering him one of his good male best friends. He offered him this little piece, or whatever. But I ain't gonna spoil the show though, man. Y'all got to check it out though. Check it out on Netflix, y'all. Whenever y'all can.
Okay, so you said Solo TV told you brought it up.
Yeah, Solo TV 84. He brought it up. I was watching one of his videos. There was a
Okay.
damn good video he brought up too about the future and stuff like what's gonna take place between 2020 and 2030.
Mm,
Really good, man. Very futuristic stuff.
really?
I'm like, you talking like King Sigma though, man. Really great content.
I got to check
But
it
yeah,
out then.
I think the one thing I may say I like about the new school. I mean, of course, I mean you got some good technology and stuff, but the thing about it is a lot of people don't know how to use it the right way.
Yeah.
When it comes down to it, of course.
Okay.
Because the cell phones and all the type of stuff, cell phones.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I'm gonna say I'm about to do a show about the MGTOW one day. I'm about to look really into it.
The MGTOW?
Yeah, because I know about it, but just look really deep into it. Check it out. It's crazy.
Okay. like Brian Solange.
Brian Solange. Why have I heard that before? Oh yeah, he's part of the he's part of MGTOW or something?
What's way I don't know if he says MGTOW, but they all like him, like David Carroll.
Oh
And
god.
yeah, they like put it this way, they black pill.
Oh, Black Pill. Huh.
That's a lot of MGTOWs are like black pill, but they claim they're not getting married, they don't want no woman, none of that.
You can't live like that, man. Like that's not even cool. So they say I heard that's like worse than Red Pill.
Yeah, MGTOW, yeah, those dudes don't want no women. They don't want to be bothered, none of that. But there's some levels. Some of them may have a woman. Some of them may even they just deal with women only for like sexual purposes or something like that.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
And that's about it. So they say they don't want no woman, no children, no family,
none of
no
that.
marriage.
Yep.
I don't get it, man. It's like, dang, where they're alternative gender or something.
No, they just I don't know. I don't know. Like what I know this is just a philosophy. It's not like an actual institution.
Huh? Black pill. Huh?
Like if you want to know a black pill is listen to Brian Solange and David Carroll. David Carroll always says if a woman laying naked in his bed and he got a box of cigars, he's choosing a box of cigars.
Tuh. Box of cigars. Hmm.
Yeah.
Check this. Let me check this out. I'm definitely have to probably do a show on it one day. One day.
Yeah.
Trying to think what else. Yeah, I think you think the music has plays a big major role in like why people act the way they do as well with the
Yeah.
messages and stuff that transfer through their ears and brains.
Yeah.
And it's like, you think it's to where like they do what they tell them to do?
Yeah. Of course.
I think it's a lot. It's a lot of witchcraft.
Yeah. They know what they're doing. These rappers
But
telling these kids it's okay to be a loser. It's okay to take pills. That's why you got so many young people on pills.
yeah, all them damn pills and cough syrup and
Yeah.
where it is.
Yeah. They get it from their favorite rapper. Didn't Future have a song called Molly's and Percocet, something he used to say?
Hmm.
That's what they look
Wow,
up.
Molly.
Yeah. That was the
And
name of
then
the
they
song.
they promote, they pushing that shit, man.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm gonna look this up.
Yeah. Cool. Give me 1 second, Cool. I gotta do something real quick. I'm just gonna mute up, okay?
All right, cool.
Uh,
Thank you all for tuning in. Everybody that's tuning in, please be able to hit that like button, subscribe, and share this video if you haven't already. Much is appreciated. And I thank you all very much. I'm gonna screen share something. All right. Check out these mercs, these meal purses. Let's see. Or like a laptop bag. I don't know. Let's check this out. Take too long. I don't get it, y'all. I don't get it. Does that look like a purse to y'all? That looks like a purse. In your leather bag. Oh, those are wallets. worry about that. Crazy. What's up, AJ?
What's going on? Can you hear me, bro?
Yeah, man.
Is this party
Crazy.
still going?
Yeah, it's still going though. Thanks for tuning
What's
in, bro.
going on with you, cool gent? My bad, man. I was trying to catch up with a couple of things. So I was like, I was gonna try to get on with you and talk about the topic at hand that you had that I was saying that was interesting.
Yeah.
Wait, I gotta wait. It's a mute. Hold on. All right,
Okay.
there we go. That was me. My bad.
It's all good. Yeah.
Oh, you got I see you got OG Brian on here.
Yeah, OG Brian on here too. OG Brian though.
Yeah, I gotta get Brian part of my team, man. Brian be he don't be mad. He be going in. What's going on, Reed? What's going on, chat? What's up with y'all? Yeah, I can see now because I got my laptop, so I can see the chat. But what y'all where you at with it now on the topic?
Just to give you like a little overview. I was showing them about the I'm in the screen. Hold on a second. I'm gonna go back to what I was doing. I was showing them about the old school trends and new school trends, like with the fashion stuff and how men dressed it back then in the day compared to now. With the
well, shit. I mean, I don't want to start no fights. I mean, are we talking about skinny jeans and that tight shit these kids be wearing now to Oh no, I don't want to get shot, man. These kids these days, they sensitive with them tight jeans, man. Them young thug ass dudes, man. I don't know.
Yeah, they are, bro.
Hey, cool, Jay, you gonna be. Hey, they go come on. You had them get them on live. They gonna start singing like Young Thug and shit, cussing you out and shit with a dress on.
They're gonna go straight to block list though, man. I don't put a towel saying like, be gone, faggots, be gone.
Man, shit. What's next, man? They gonna have a bulletproof like blouse next, man. That's what
Yo. Oh man. Hey. Y'all didn't do it, man. You already know how they do it, man. And they already got already started that shit too. Young Thug though, man.
Yeah, man, for real. Hey, that's right, Poetic. Pull up. That's what I'm talking about. Pull up.
It's real talk though, shoot. Man, diaper gang.
Diaper gang in this motherfucker.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull this up again though, man. This shit's crazy. You see that?
Well, no, I don't. Wait, hold on. Let me see. No, I don't see it yet. Oh, I see it now. Okay, yeah. You showing the brothers from back then.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny. Like, yeah, because my father, he was he used to wear them like them zoot suits and shit. Like, what they would call them, country boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, because my father was from Florida, right? And they used to show me these pictures, like, and the first thing, I was just like, honestly, I kind of, because it was baggy. Them clothes was baggy. Them zoot suits were like MC Hammer. I used to wear his stuff. That's how they used to wear them.
Yeah, I mean, man.
And that tripped me out because I thought we was the one that was usually with the baggy stuff, but no, back then, when I was looking at his pictures, they wore baggy suits back then, like the mob, the mafia. Their stuff, it was fitted, but sometimes it was baggy. So, that was wigging me out. So I don't understand like the guys, this tight shit. I don't understand it at all. I don't.
Yep. Reed says shirts versus blouse.
That's that Prince. Who did that? David Chappelle.
Yeah. The pancake scene though.
Yep, that was funny. What's up, AJ?
What's going on, OG Brian in the house? What's up, brother?
Pulling up.
Pull up, man.
But Cool Gent, the other time there was shirt versus blouses was Migos versus what's that rapper name? The old school rapper.
He showed like
they interview and he got up and they got up and they stood up with their blouses and flower shirt. Joe Budden, yeah, with Joe Budden.
Oh yeah, Joe Budden, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
that was hilarious, man.
Bro,
I'm like, how you gonna fight with that tight shit on, man? What you gonna do, man?
You know, try to throw some powder at you or something, though, man. Pass or something.
Straight up, man. Like I'm looking at, man, what the? And then they gonna say like they tough, man. Them dudes got on blouses, man, but they the toughest in the industry. Yeah, all right. Yep. That's like looking at. That's like seeing Prince get up and trying to fight you, man. Hey, dude, sit your ass down somewhere, man.
Yeah.
What you gonna do, man? Go hit me with your good time, man. Fuck out of here. But anyway, my bad.
Man, they got the let's talk about the merch. Well, Brown's talking about. Describe the merch again, Brian. To everybody that don't know what it is.
The merch?
Yeah.
The man purse. a man pocketbook. That's what.
Yo, I was just watching Vlad TV. I know y'all probably don't watch that that clown. He is the clown. But it's this youngin he got on there, right? This recent video. He got on a man purse. And that dude, like, he just like a $1.25, man. The purse looked bigger than him. I'm just like, what the fuck wrong with these youngins, man? I mean, it's like he got on like some type of wife beater. I don't know if y'all know what a wife beater is, right? Yeah. That's what we call it here, like a tank top.
Yeah, tank top.
Yeah, he got this tight ass tank top on with this damn man purse. Like, what the fuck? You a thug and a metrosexual at the same time? I'm lost, man. I'm lost. A thug.
Hey, what was his name? Know.
What would be the name for that? Somebody help me out. A thug and a metrosexual.
Thug and a
metrosexual.
A what?
A damn metrosexual.
Oh well, there you go. I guess so. I thought they was kind of like they're not into that life, as they would say. They're not into that. So that I saw, but maybe I'm wrong. Tank top with a goddamn man purse. I said I saw it all. Well, no, I take that back. Nah, not in this day. Yeah. Somebody go top him. A blouse with a man purse. Watch. Young Thug. He probably already did that shit.
He probably did. I mean, what's that singer name? He's one of the new hot singers. Trey Songz. He had on like a shirt that my ex used to wear to bed. I'm looking. I said, wait, I showed her.
She's like a V-neck or something though.
No, it was like
it
was like a 90 that comes like
a 90.
Yeah,
a 90. That's new.
He had on a gown.
Yeah, but it don't go all the way down. It just go below, like just a little below the waist.
Oh my God,
bro!
And she had the same exact thing. I said, look at that.
I'm telling y'all, these dudes like what's that basketball player? Russell. What, man? He gonna wear some lingerie, man, going to a game. Watch what I'm saying.
Exactly. Yep.
Hey, Young Thug is like a straight up Mortal Kombat character in his dress, though, man. A straight up damn
this shit is
new ass character, dude. This is crazy, bro. I can't believe this shit.
I can because look who's raising them. So I can.
The sad part is, don't he have a woman?
Yeah.
That's the sad part. He got a woman.
You know, instead of the little girls wearing heels, the damn little boys wearing heels. Like, what the fuck,
man? And it's creepy too, bro. It's very creepy though, man.
I see.
Yeah.
Oh my! Oh hell no! See, that's what I'm talking about, man.
Yeah. Yep.
Straight up, Jeff, and you had the audacity to call it Jeffrey. Dude,
Jeffrey.
Fuck. Right. Should call it gay free. What the fuck, man?
What's that information, man? What's going on?
What's up?
What's up, information, man? Man, that is crazy, dude.
What the hell is that, man? Whoa! Yeah, what is that right there? Holy, that's him?
No, that's another dude. I can't think of his damn name. I forgot. Billy
What the
Porter.
fuck?
Billy Porter.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
But
And
he
they
have a
cheering
show.
his ass on.
Yeah,
Ain't that about
he have a show about like what is it about transsexuals supposed to be back in the 80s, their struggles
Yep.
on the
Yeah.
FX network.
He sure look like a Rain character though, man.
they should
Oh
have
shit.
electrocuted his ass, man. Man, what the fuck, man? The fuck wrong with you, man?
Man, this who y'all
This.
like new generation look up to, man. This who y'all look up to now.
Yeah.
Look at this
Yeah,
stuff, man.
man. Look at that shit, man.
Look at this shit,
Look,
man.
oh man.
Jesus
Look at
Christ.
that
I'm gonna get this
shit,
off my damn
man.
screen, man. I'm gonna get this off my damn screen though.
Yeah,
That
hit that
shit.
sign up the screen.
Yeah, well,
Like Info Man would say, man, interesting. That's very interesting. So I told you it was gonna be an interesting topic. I actually said that.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm starting to feel sad, man, looking at these pictures, man. I am.
Oh,
yeah.
AJ, maybe you
But
could
no,
probably
go
could-
ahead, Brian. I hear you.
you could probably explain it better. Kujit was wanting to find out more about the MGTOWs.
Oh, in regards to what?
I was gonna do. I probably gonna do like another live on there too. A live on there one day, maybe sometime this week about it. About the meat talk about the not blue pill stuff, but the black pill and stuff. I heard a little bit about it. I guess it's something with incel. I don't know. Crazy shit.
Well, first off, I don't do the different pills. To me, it's either you blue or you red. You in or you out. And once I feel like this here, once you already taken the red pill, there's no going back. I mean, you could want to go back, but I mean, you're in, meaning you're out. If that makes sense. Once you start learning about really what society is about, you know what society is about. Now, if you choose to want to go back to that shit, that's on you.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I don't believe in that black pill and purple pill.
I don't either.
I mean, it's about knowledge. It's about learning self-worth and basically your purpose in this world and things that could hurt you as a man. I'm not going against women. I'm not downing women and all that shit. And I'm just saying me. But when I talk about toys with MGTOW, I'm talking about just your self-development, figuring out your purpose and things that you should do that make yourself happy as a man. That's it. Things that you do towards with that's on your own, because you have to make decisions that's going to help yourself in the long term.
Right. I agree with that.
But I mean, if you really want to have a discussion about it, we could do that. It's not a problem, because a lot of people get it. It's they be talking down because it's other people who follow that philosophy speak, probably negative about towards other people. But I feel like they have that right to do so, because I mean, we different. So what that person went through in his life is different what I went through. So if that's what he want to speak on, that's fine. I have a whole different, concept on towards what I saw and things I'm trying to do. So I mean, I get it, but but yeah, I mean, it's I that's why I always sometimes I try to speak on it, because some people be like, well, some of the MGTOW guys are incels, and I don't disagree with that. I heard some of them, they take it to the extreme, and I feel like you can't be MGTOW if you have hate. There's no hatred in MGTOW.
Right.
It's not
Right.
So
what's up, Rubes? What's going on with you?
Hey y'all, good afternoon. Thank you for having me, Cool Jen. Just
Yeah,
trying
guess
to
what?
catch up and see what we're about today.
Yeah, guess what?
what's up, Rube?
What is up? I am curious about the surprise.
I got the berries changed. I got the berries changed.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't want to listen. I promise. Remember, I hold my word to it, and I did.
Kujit,
What up?
I thought you was talking about Rude Imp. That's what I thought you was coming on.
Oh no.
Oh,
No. Talking about
I thought it was
Rude
Rude
Imp.
Imp.
Classic.
Oh,
Rude
okay.
Imp.
Oh, can you
Back
say?
Rude,
Okay,
rude would
I'm
have came
sorry.
on
Okay,
being rude.
can we
Yeah.
sell?
Would have
Okay,
had a
I'm
shirt
sorry. Can you
off.
tell me the surprise again? Because my sound was off, so it wasn't coming through my headphones, and I actually couldn't hear anything. But I can hear now. So what was the surprise again? Okay, I'm good now. I'm ready for
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Or am
Apparently,
I the surprise?
just you mailed this, but I got that battery changed in the my alarm.
You did. Yes. Praise
You
Jesus.
heard it?
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. It has been months, bro. I'll never forget the first time that happened. I was sitting there and I'm tripping out and I'm like, I couldn't figure out if it's in my house or on the street. And I was tripping out and Raining Woman, this is we were sitting there trying, I'm like, yo, can you hear that? She's like, no, I don't hear anything. I'm like, oh my God, it must be in my house. I'm sitting there standing underneath fire alarms and stuff trying to find it. Right. Finally, she goes, I heard it too. I'm like, see, it wasn't me. It's been Cool Jen. You just made my life. Thank you. Thank you, brother. You told me you were going to come through for me, and you did. I will never forget this. Thank you.
Oh,
Yes, yes.
oh man, hey.
Oh my
But yeah,
God.
but yeah, I'm glad I got that out the way though. So
Like, I
yeah,
don't know
did
how
you?
y'all live with it. I can't. Like, it haunts me. It haunts me everywhere I go. Everything I'm doing, all I hear is that stupid beep, and like I don't know how you lived with it for so long. Not even about the streams, just
I don't
like
know. It was just
life.
like a month that I don't know why I didn't pay attention to it. Man, I heard it, and then like I had going on here trying to say, man, I'm going to get this out the way. Yeah, the
And
infamous smoke alarm read. I won now. I
listen,
won.
thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. And thank you, Cool Jen. That is all. All right, cool. So on to the topic, but no, that was worthy of a minute of pause to celebrate Cool Jen. Everybody, make sure y'all are giving him the props. In the playback, make sure you comment. And just give him the props. Y'all aren't hearing that beep every 2 minutes to remind you that there's something shrill and ugly in the world. See, it's a good day. It's a good day.
hmm
All right,
Wow.
so we're talking about old school ways versus new school ways. Now, what do we mean by this?
Apparently, basically, not only we talking about trends. Not too long ago, we was comparing it to the old school, versus how they dress today, and how they carry themselves. Men and women, relationships. It's all those different things, in one combination. So we're just trying to do the comparison. What's up, Silver? I'm going ahead and mark you up, bro. I'm going ahead and mark you up. All right, you good now?
Yeah, I think this is interesting. The topic, it was brought up last night on RBR, where I just said, like, I wasn't trying to, down anyone else. It was just in the discussion with RBR, and I said, no, yeah, everyone that I've had sex with was in love with me. Like, it was a real relationship, monogamous, blah blah blah. At that point, before we had sex, and a lady in the chat was like, I think you're being disingenuous. I don't believe you, and I'm like, I'm not trying to big myself up. I'm not saying I'm the special one. That was when I was in high school. It wasn't cute to be a hoe. And so I think
Right.
there is what old school is, let's say in Canada, and for the Black Canadians, a lot of us are first generation or landed immigrants that are in this age group of the 30s and 20s, and our old school, like going back to being a hoe wasn't cute, or for us being a hoe was a white girl thing. White girls were hoes. White girls are the ones who gave head. White girls are the one who gave it up easy. It wasn't something that when I went back to high school, and I'm 35 now, that it was something that Black girls really did like that. And if you were a hoe, you were like one of the few, and it wasn't cute. You weren't popular. So it's changed rapidly now. We're catching up here, but for us, when I was in high school, what was old school, I think we were like kind of maybe in the 70s and 80s, comparably
Yeah.
to America, from what everyone was talking about as far as like the way things were. So I don't know, maybe that has something to do with my differences in opinions. It's just the fact that we're a little bit behind on whole culture and how cute that is on a scale of 1 to 10.
Yeah, whole culture destroys a lot of things today. I believe, like I said, they try to kill out the masculinity and the femininity and stuff. You tell how women act today. They're very masculine in their voice. Uh, all this, they don't need a man crap like this. All that programming stuff. You gotta flush it out, because you're not gonna be able to get into a marriage with that type of mindset or anything. Ain't no dude's gonna wife a woman up like this. You know, it's a hot ass mess.
I agree, but I think there's a lot of confusion in both men and women when it comes to. I think everyone, well, not everyone, obviously, there's some dysfunctional ass people, but I think most of us who are kind of here in this sector and speaking here, we want. We believe in the old school ways and beliefs and systems. Maybe some things should have changed from the 50s, but overall, I think
Uh-huh.
the basis we believe in. But what I noticed, like I was speaking the other day on what's his face's stream? Oh, I can't remember his name. Oh, Game Changer. And a bunch of people were saying that I'm pushing feminist talking points, and basically I'm promoting women being masculine. And I'm like, what? Since when? How am me saying that a man being purely in his masculine will inspire a woman to fall into pure feminine? How is that me promoting women being masculine or promoting feminist talking points? And I realized it's because people don't really understand, leadership and submission. They don't understand the relationship between those two things. They don't understand what submission means. They don't really understand what feminine and masculine even mean. And there's so much confusion, and I think that's why we got so many people who don't understand or know their role, and they think that role is something terrible. I think it's because there's just like a lack of understanding, really.
Mm-hmm. I agree with you on this. Um, like I said, like you said, we lack masculinity and femininity today. And to tell our vision, what I call it, machine box, try to reconstruct our mindset. Which now, this is what I also love about the new generation too. I would say is that we can be more self-taught. We have the power of the internet. Like right now, like how when we're exchanging information and stuff. Um, using these particular like search engines and like finding out things like, wow, this is something I never knew about because they never put in textbooks. Of course, a lot of them are pretty much a bunch of lies. But yeah, that's
Hmm.
one thing I will say about the new school. I mean, they do have some things that is spot on, and I'm glad we're moving up. I'm glad we're moving forward. Like this is what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to advance. We're supposed to be learning things that we never found out, from
Hmm.
growing up. So
You
yeah.
know, but I think it's kind of a double-edged sword, though, too. Like I agree with you, and I think the sharing of information and us being able to just direct teach each other rather than having to wait for some system that doesn't care about us to teach us something. But it's a double-edged sword because the problem is that means everyone can come out there. Everyone can misrepresent themselves. People can come out and they can say they know something about something, and so you got a lot of basically false prophets, false teachers out here, and not all of their intentions are good. Some of their intentions are good, but I think a lot of them they don't even care. They don't care about the impact of what they're saying on the community or on the people they're speaking to. It's just about them getting validation and attention, and someone stroking their ego so their problems aren't their fault. So it's a double-edged sword. It's like you got to have a lot of discernment, and you got to have a good head on your shoulders already to be able to filter through the bullshit and dismiss the bullshit and take in the good stuff only.
Hmm. Hmm. Do y'all believe there are certain parts of the states where, well, I know you're in Canada, Ruby, but to y'all fellas, no clue you too, Ruby. Do y'all think they're like old fashioned like towns to where like there's still like real men and women? I mean, in the states, like when y'all just go to a new city, it's like, man, these people dress like they back in the 1950s or whatever. Are
Well,
y'all?
you go down south somewhere, and you
Hmm.
may find some like you go deep in the south, you may find some.
Hmm.
Yeah, I agree with that. I see a lot of more people like deeper in the south. It's like real old school stuff, especially like some of these small towns that's out here. You get the parents from way back then, like they still have them old fashioned ways and stuff. So how they keep their communities, of course, clean and things like that compared to today. So yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, I think I agree with that. Like, in general, even here, right? Like, because I mean, obviously, we're different. But I'll say that, I think the South, you have a lot more, the older traditions that have stuck around. And so therefore, a lot of the older cultural programming that was healthy has still stuck around. And you see the same thing here, where people, once you get to third, fourth generation, and that you've been here for so long, that's when you see people start to lose connection with their culture, and the cultural underpinnings that were kind of keeping them in line. And then, that's when they start to go buck wild. But the ones who are landed immigrants, maybe first generation maximum, they're still so tightly tied to, their culture. They're not trying to embrace westernized culture as much because they still see their culture as, better.
Hmm. I agree with that. So let me ask y'all this too. Compared to today, um, like what difference do y'all see or feel like from 20 years ago to now?
As far as what?
I mean, as far as like
Difference, like
yeah, just like the difference, even like maybe like 10 years ago, like what may
I
have
don't
fell
know.
off, like what may have fell off, like oh this ain't what it used to be. Like it could be a particular thing like the music,
Yeah,
uh, gaming,
music,
TV.
I'm
conversations.
I'm gonna say the
Yeah,
family, the black family.
That too.
definitely.
Uh, I really feel like that's been really what's is hurting us. Now it's just getting worse and worse, and that's something that
I wonder.
I mean, honestly, I don't even. Me personally, I'm just going to say this is my opinion. I don't see us overcoming that. I don't see it coming back. I just don't.
Only way I
It's kind
see
of
it.
it's hard.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Now you got to go ahead, Brian.
I see only way, like I said, that it will come back if like the feminist movement, the Me Too movement, and the LGBT movement just ostracize black people. That's the only way I see. Because the feminist
Oh,
movement got our women acting crazy. They don't need a man. They don't want a family. Sleeping around till they 60. You know, once in the government, all the free handouts, it'll come back.
yeah, actually, I agree with. I think that for sure. I mean, it seems like it's this. It's a runaway train, right? And it's getting more and more powerful by the second and whatever. But that saying is a cliche for a reason. But absolute power corrupts absolutely, and that's what feminism is getting. It's getting to a place of absolute power, and it's corrupting and every single step. And what's happening is it's going so above and beyond, it's going so overboard that I think really it's going to implode. It's going to get to a peak place where it literally implodes. And at the end of the day, all these people who are fighting so hard for feminism right now, let's say that's 60% of women. White feminism's not for you black women, but yet we all get lost in it anyway. All right, cool. So let's say it's 60% of women. That's 60% of women who sits there and they got a whole bunch of children, no fathers around, no nothing around, no one to give a shit about them or help them wipe their ass when they're 70, or they have no
Hmm.
children at all. All of those people, they're gonna realize when they get to that older age that they made massive mistakes. And they're the ones who are the movers and shakers, and they're going to start changing the rhetoric a little bit. And as soon as you change a rhetoric, there's a kink in your armor. That's it. It all falls apart. So it's not gonna, implode in 5 years. No, but I do think we'll say in the next 50 years or so, this feminism thing, it's gonna reach its maximum and it's going to implode.
So y'all, so from what I'm hearing, y'all telling me that you all believe that feminism is going to die out. This Me Too movement, all these so-called feminist groups.
Yeah, because I treat feminists like cancer. It's just basically you could radiate it. Basically destroy it at that one point in time, but then it's going to show its head. Once again until basically it just implode within. So, but to be honest with you, Ruby, I just think it's going to be too late. I think men just gonna be tired of it, and you got technology and all these other things. People are going around. with it. I just don't, because of it. I think men they're just going to check out. They're just going to just say, I'm done with this, So I think that's going to be these women karma for following that shit. Men are just going to check out, and me personally, I don't want to say that's going to be the end of society, but I think it's going to be heavily damaged.
It is.
It is.
Now, you know what, AJC, here's the thing. I don't disagree with you. I actually think that's happening now. You're seeing the beginning of it, right? With MGTOW and Ibn and other men's rights movements where, you know what, they are literally checking out. I mean, there are people who literally their goal in life is to get to the place where they don't even want to have casual sex with women. Like they are just done with them entirely. Right. So I think it's already happening. Now, here's the thing. So you got on the feminist extreme, you got women who don't want anything to do with men. On the, the men's rights extremes, you got men who want nothing to do with women. Okay, well, I think that's exactly what's going to happen. And most of society is going to become polarized that way. And really, if you think about it, that means that all those people with those genes are going to die off. They're necessarily going to die off. Why? Because on the extreme levels, they're not having children because they don't want anything to do with the opposite sex. So those people are going to die off. They're not going to be able to pass down their dysfunction to too many people. Who is going to be left in the middle? It's going to be that small percentage of people that didn't give up on the old school beliefs, that didn't give up on the old school ways, that didn't give up on finding a good wife, a good husband, and settling and building a relationship. And at that point, then, those people are the ones that are going to be the only ones passing down their genes to anybody and building anything.
Mm-hmm.
From what I see, you may say it, I'm biased, but it's going to take the women to wake up. The men that are still stuck in the stupidness, for the most part, majority of the men are improving. It's the women who have not improved yet.
Yeah,
that's what it's going to take them to wake up for it to change.
And y'all know what else too? I'm gonna say something. Like I said, in social media, honestly though, it actually destroyed a lot of our women though. Truth be told, these Insta thoughts, stuff like that. I mean, to a certain extent, but some of the stuff I hope it dies out. Because we do need to go back to the traditional ways. If you ask me, and they are better. Be able to go to somebody, face to face, one on one, talking to them instead of coming to them being all disrespectful and shit. They think disrespect is all cool and it's not. You got dudes out here, man, doing crazy stuff, sending women, crazy pictures, and you got women doing other crazy stuff, sending stuff to men. It's just out the place. Like that stuff is not accepted. It don't need to be accepted at all. We just need to do what our parents, what our parents did. I mean, how they meet each other. I think it's better. I think it's best. Now, like I said before, the one thing I would take with the new school is that being self-taught. That's one thing I take from, using the informational, computer at our hands and just, researching, different things. So that's my 2 cents on it.
But cool,
what?
But I think, but let me say this. See, I think that's what's going to hurt us. It's the technology. That's what I'm basically was saying. Like it's out there now prior to how it was back then. You didn't have that back then in the 70s and the 80s. Like you got a YouTube brothers out here speaking on what's really going on. Like you were saying towards with MGTOW, the red pill and blue pill. You didn't have that back then. Now you have it. And I just don't see there's no coming back from it.
Right. But that's the thing about it too, AJ. I agree with you and I disagree with you at the same time. And I say that because like with the new information that's been put out there, I mean, like you have the generation where it's behind us, Z, they coming and they see this stuff, they see these videos and stuff. They say, okay, I see what the millennials and the generation Y, generation X, effed up. So we're not gonna make that same mistake. So it's gonna be pretty much all in their hands, And then
well, see, this
the rappers and stuff.
This where hold on, Cool Gent. This is why I disagree with you too, because see, you got the world stars and these other platforms that you see that there's what's changing.
Right, and something else
The
too.
black community is still fucked up.
That's true. That's true. You're gonna have like the group of effed up Negroes. Because I separate them from the real black people that are actually trying to motivate each other out here. But yeah, you're gonna have your world star. Hood chicks and hood dudes and stuff out there. But it's like what it's gonna take, like I said, for people like us, to put out this particular type of information. Like that's like we're the beacon of hope. That's what I'm basically saying. We're the beacon of hope. And everybody like who watch like YouTube, like billions of people watch YouTube every day, they come across stuff like this, shows like this may like want them to change their mind. They may not want to go back to their old ways and change up. Someone like need this. Someone needs to see this.
You know what though, and I want to add just a little bit to AJ's point, because here's the thing: when we say women need to wake up, here's the problem. Right now, what are they waking up to? At the end of the day, as long as their behavior is getting them what they want, and everyone's going to say, "Oh, government, this and that, and
Yep.
whatever." It's not government. Fuck all the government stuff.
There you go.
They're getting the attention. They're getting validation. They're getting sex. They're getting everything that they want. So in and of itself, what used to be a thing where if you were a hoe, you'd get fucked in a bathroom. No one's claiming you. No one's really riding with you like that. Definitely no one's impregnating. None of those things are happening, right? No one's sitting there liking you or publicly saying anything nice about you, wanting you on their arm. And it used to be that you wanted to be the good girl, because the good girl that was beautiful but chaste, and you couldn't just get like that and whatever. That was like, everyone wanted her. She's the one who got all the attention and the likes and the this and the that and whatever. So there was a benefit to wanting to be a good girl, because at the end of the day, if you couldn't hold on to your virtue now, in your youth, before you got married and whatever, you couldn't find a good husband. You couldn't find someone to take care of you. You couldn't find someone to provide for you and love you and protect you and do all that stuff. That's not the case now.
Here's
So
the
the
problem
problem.
too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Here's a problem too. A lot of the good girls, they have standards. They want this certain guy, and the hoes, they're not picky. They would get with a incel type of guy. That's why they get validation. Well, I think they don't care. These good girls with these educations.
That's actually not true.
It
The
is.
unfortunate part about that is that these Instagram thoughts, no, they don't deal with incels, because you gotta have money, you gotta have status, you gotta be able to give them fame, you have to be able to give them something. Right?
No,
They
I'm
have
talking
10
about
million
the slut.
people clicking on them. Instagram thoughts, they're sluts.
Yeah.
That's a new slutting. That's slutting of the 21st century,
No,
and they're
those
the
are
ones that are getting
prostitutes.
those guys.
Those are prostitutes. They
Mhm.
sell themselves. I'm talking about because there was a guy I know. He was the worst incel I know. You bring him to a barbecue, he'd go in a corner and be like nervous, and he ready to leave. He met a stripper, and it's been like 3 years. They still together. She was a stripper. She probably sold whatever, but she actually got with him. She wasn't picky. She wasn't real picky. I guess she worked with him as his wife.
Well, okay, in all fairness, and I mean, I'm not saying it doesn't ever happen, but overall, here's the thing, right? When we look at the women who are getting, at least visibly, that we can see, right, that are going to get the guys who have money and status and fame and celebrity and all those stuff, they're not picking the good girl. They're not staying with the good girl. You know what I mean? They're going for that girl who gives them flash on their arm, who looks like a hoe. Sure, she might have a whole bunch of videos online of her sucking dick, but goddamn, is she hot? Right. So the priorities are a little bit different now. And so now, as much as, fine, these chicks aren't that picky, but a lot of them are. And a lot of them are thoughting like this, and they're doing all of this because they're trying to hook them the best possible candidate. Right. And if they get with someone who's a little bit lowly, but will take care of them, they'll stay there as long as that's their only option. Right. If another option opens up to them, they're bouncing to the next one. Right. So, and this is all okay right now. People are accepting this as being okay. And so even though there are women out there who aren't Instagram thoughting, who aren't in line in real life having sex and slutting around like that, and they're just good women, they just dress properly, they just take care of themselves and whatever, those women aren't getting the shine right now. So, as long as these young girls are coming up and that's what they're seeing, Which side do you think is going to look more attractive to the 11-year-old who hasn't had many options in life, but finally doesn't want to be poor, finally doesn't want to be hungry? So the narrative's got to change on both sides. Women got to be promoting to women, but at the same time, men got to stop making this acceptable, making those women wife material, because they shouldn't be. They never used to be. Why are they wife material now?
But here's a problem too. Those women that act like that, who gets to validate them first? Other women. Go get your money, girl. Go get your money, girl. It wasn't men. It was other women.
Mm-hmm.
They gotta stop promoting that to these young girls.
Mm-hmm. Well, the problem, and that's why I say it's a catch-22, right? It's this cycle. It's this dysfunctional cycle where both sides, right? I'm not going to sit there and say, well, women should say, well, until men change, and I'm not going to change what I say to women. No. I need to start changing right now. If I'm not doing it already as a woman, what I'm promoting to women, especially our young ones, what I'm selling them, what I'm letting them know about life, I need to change that. And I need to change that narrative. But you know what? And what needs to happen simultaneously at the same time, women need to change what we are saying and really showing these women. Let's tell them the whole truth. Don't tell them the money side. Tell them the whole truth about how sure you got money and you got fucked a lot, but no one ever loved you, that no one ever cared about you, that you never felt secure, that you cry at night and you feel filthy. Tell them the truth. Right? Tell them the whole truth.
The video.
Sorry, I was going to say, but you know what? But at the same time, men got to do their side too. I think if we did that simultaneously, we could see a lot of change real quickly.
Well, there's a video out there about the Instagram thoughts that's going to Dubai, what the Arabs are doing to them.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, they shit in their face and all kinds of doing all kinds.
Oh, what the hell?
Yeah, there's a video with sister saying it, and there's another one. I think there's about 3 or 4 videos. Yeah,
someone was talking about that.
Yeah, they
said doing all kinds of stuff over there, man. Like they went over there just to get that like shitted on, man.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ew.
Yeah.
That is crazy, man.
Oh, okay. Wow. That's gross.
Yep.
I didn't even know where to go from there. Like, you let someone shit on your face. Like, okay, but you know what the sad thing is? She's gonna get a husband. This is the worst part. I'm sorry, but in this day and age, she still get herself a husband, and people will know.
Yeah, if she wants to, she can. Because like I said, I know there's horrible women out there with plenty of guys. There's a girl I went to school with. She's in her late 40s, like I am. She have over 100 DMs with guys. So she don't want to get married because she's still playing around. She got all these dudes in her DMs. These thirsty dudes they're ruining it. That's why
they are. The Sims are ruining, man.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, you heard about this story too. I'm gonna pull it up too. About this anime chick. I call her anime chick. She was selling like her bath water.
Oh damn.
You heard about that? I was tripping out, dude. I just started buzzing out.
Humanity confuses me sometimes, really. Like I don't know. Okay, what?
Yeah.
Like the girl from one of the what's it, Real Housewives? Not Real Housewives, one of the Love and Hip Hops at her boyfriend's house. The cucumber challenge. They were sticking her with cucumbers and all that. This is her boyfriend's house.
Oh my goodness.
They sticking cucumbers up her behind. This is her boyfriend's house.
What the heck?
See, and this is what he's going to marry. Come on.
Oh, you're talking about Alexis Sky. I'm actually doing a story on that. No. Oh no, Alexa's gonna talk.
I'm having trouble connecting to the internet.
She thought I said her name because she always thinks I'm saying her name. No one called you. Oh my god, again?
I'm having trouble connecting to the internet. Take a look at the help section in your WhatsApp.
Okay. Sorry. But yeah, no. So what happened is with that, right? And actually I'm doing a story on that. I downloaded a whole bunch of different videos on this cucumber challenge and whatnot. But anyway, yeah, so her and her man really threw the cucumber party. And the video that there actually is she's actually holding the cucumber. And so she's sticking it into another chick.
Oh, I don't know. I thought that was her with the blonde hair.
Yeah, no. So the video, it's very clearly her doing it. She's the one holding the cucumber and, putting it into the girl, into her vagina, then putting it into her mouth and, whatever. And like, I mean, this was that was the whole thing. This whole party, there's a whole bunch of people with these cucumbers. There's cucumbers everywhere. They're all on video, sitting there and giving the sloppiest head and da 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 to this cucumber. And at a party, everyone. There's actually a chick, and that's why I'm going to do video on it. There's this chick who was sitting there speaking out against the cucumber challenge, who showed up at this party all decked out in her green cucumber attire. Like, listen, it's and this is a big problem. Everyone's fronting. You're fronting online and saying one thing, but the way you live in your life is something completely different. You're a fake, you're a fraud, you're a phony, and you're promoting hoe culture by living it. And that's something that these women don't seem to understand. You just saying, no, I don't think this is a good idea. And then doing it in your spare time where there are cameras so everyone knows you're doing it. That's literally, you're not practicing what you preach. So you're letting these little girls know that, you should say whole culture is wrong, but then you should go live it because that's really where it's at. That's the message
Yeah.
women and these leaders and these role models are sending out.
Man, that is freaking insane. And yeah, some mothers, well, back then, it was to this day now, like they would strip on for like, of course, pay the bills and like for they put food in their children's mouth. You know what I'm saying? That was the purpose for them doing that. But now they think it's all cool. It's all cool to do that. And like, hey, like that little girl. Did y'all see that video? That little girl, I think she graduated 4th grade or kindergarten or something. I don't know. And she said in that little chat that, I want to be a stripper when I grow up. And it was like, what the flip? Like at a graduation. I'm like, you got to be kidding me.
Yep. Because and this is the problem. And I've said this before. There's an overall problem in some of our communities where they think that a life that is outside of, like, in their minds, the top of the game is stripper or porn star or drug dealer, or like they don't see a way of making money past that unless you're one of those 1 in a million who gets the music contract, or you're amazing at sports. But they don't see a real way besides those ways. They're so stuck in that mental prison, right? So for them, there's nothing to aspire to. They don't aspire to being doctors and lawyers and stuff like that because they think that's other. They think that's for other people who were born in other circumstances, in other communities, with money maybe and whatever. And so they don't aspire to do better. And the adults in their lives are not telling them you could be whatever you want to be. You're going to have to work real hard. It might involve you having lots of loans that you're going to have to be working off. But yeah, you could do it, or you could earn scholarships. No, they're not being pushed in that same way. So as a result, yeah, for her, I want to be a stripper. Why? Because that's the way you make money. I don't want to be starving. I don't want to be broke. I want to get out of the hood. How do you get out of the hood? Well, you got to get a lot of money. How do you get a lot of money? There's only a few ways. Might as well be a smart hoe. Don't be a stupid hoe and just be a hoe for free. Might as well make that money. So that's what she's going to do. And she's going to get that money to get out of the hood and get herself nice things and blah, blah, blah. And it never occurred to her that she could do something else because no one is presenting that option because she's living in a community full of a bunch of people who are still in mental prison.
I'm gonna get ready to show y'all something too. I'm gonna screen share this. Back to what I was talking about. Let me pull it up real quick. All right, so here y'all go. Right here. Let's pull up. Can y'all see that?
Yeah.
Yep.
Belle Delphine, if I pronounced it right. The girl
That's so
gamer
gross.
selling her bath water.
Hey.
Man, look at this. Look at this. It says, what a time to be alive. Years ago, used bath water existed almost solely as a vehicle for hurling out babies. Now, in the age of Instagram and e-commerce, it's something you can sell online to horny dudes for $30 a jar. You kidding me? Like Bella, the 19-year-old gamer girl in cosplay with over 4.5 million Instagram followers and over 4,000 patrons on Patreon, who announced in a post earlier this month that she will be selling jars of gamer girl bathwater for all you thirsty gamer boys. The stunt went viral and her jar sold almost immediately. Since then, the bathwater has been the subject of most controversy, with some claiming falsely that it gave them herpes, and other companies selling fake jars of Delphine pee. The hell?
Oh God.
Delphine herself has become something of an online research test. I said it right. A figure in whom people see either a brilliant performance artist selling a scathing commentary on the expectations of women online, or someone cravenly taking advantage of a misogynist trope of women gamers and approaching Japanese cosplay culture. This week, Delphine's Instagram page was suspended like as part of a coordinated campaign to report her for nudity and pornography. Oh, wow.
Wow. That's all I gotta say. This is wow. People are nasty. And see, the thing is, at the same time, though, I ain't mad at her. Honestly, I'm not.
No.
If she can make millions of dollars off of selling her dirty ass bathwater, all power to her.
And ain't no dude. Yeah, and ain't no dude with a. Oh man, emojis in the comment section shoot me out. It's sickening though, like for real. I mean, it's just a lot of
Shit, I can't.
people out there, man. But I'm not
You
trying to
can't.
knock her. But it's just like, man, like yo, she got her audience though. I mean, the Simpsons stuff. I mean, she got an audience though, man, selling that type of bath water, for a jar for $30. Man, I said, what does the world come to?
I can't even be mad at young Thug wearing a blouse now after seeing that shit. I actually I thought that was like a fable. You actually tell me that that shit was real. That it was actually a female gamer selling her bath water, and she actually was making money from that shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
You know what? Well, I take that shit back, man. You younger guys, y'all keep wearing y'all skinny jeans. I'm sorry, man. God damn it. God damn it.
Man.
I ain't think nothing could top that. Goddamn, Young Thug, till I seen that shit.
Thirst trapping is real.
People.
I'm telling you, thirst trapping is real. It is so true. It is very true.
And did y'all see she had over 4,000 patrons? 4,000. That's crazy.
Patrons, man. Yo, she made a killing off that. She made a freaking killing off that, man.
Like, see, that's the thing, like, y'all, and this is something, I've talked about it before, but like, men need to realize when women are up on the internet and we're not selling sex, that is to say, we're not selling our looks, we're not selling our cleavage, our asses, and whatever. Remember that takes a lot of integrity in and of itself, because it is so easy. Any woman, I could do it. Kelsey could do it. Easy. You know how many thousands of dollars I could make every month just because I'm going to sit there, show off my cleavage, and bounce around and act stupid for 5 minutes at a time? I could do that no problem. I would make thousands of dollars just by doing that. You don't have to show nipples. You don't have to show no actual thing. You don't have to do that. All you have to do is sit there, be half naked, and act dumb. And that's it. And there's
I could be an e-pimp, man. I've been doing this shit all wrong, man. Doing all these jobs, man. I could be an e-pimp, man. What the fuck am I?
Hey, you know what?
Damn it, man.
Hey, I think if I'm not mistaken, I could have sworn at the time she also had made some pictures. I don't know, like she's selling pictures of her feet or something like that.
Yeah.
That's
not even
crazy, man.
I'm not surprised because, like, y'all don't understand how much it is. There are so many incels, right? And there are so many basically shut-ins and stuff like that these days that honestly, to see a beautiful woman who will interact with them, they can interact with some part of her. They don't even have to have her. Like, they'll take locks of her hair or whatever. That's enough. That is enough. That is how isolated and lonely our society is. Okay, our society is so isolated and lonely that people are buying some chick's bath water so they can be close to her. Okay, that's what's really happening in real life.
That's scary. That's scary.
It is. That's how bad the culture is. I mean, can y'all imagine someone from a foreign country come over here and see this? Like, wow. And I know some certain ones, they like, okay, I'm gonna think I'm better in my own home country because this right here is ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? That's
Mhm.
how bad it's gotten out here, y'all. Like this is real talk. This is real talk. Like no lie, no lie,
Yeah.
y'all.
Mm,
That's how bad our culture is. Like that's how starved, men and women are, for each other. Like we starve each other out, companionship, as I said before. Boy, boy, boy.
Hold on, Gigi. Where did you find the man that wanted to drink your bathwater? That's all I want to know. Where did you find this person? Was it online, or like did you actually meet this human being in real life and they said to you, "Girl, you so sexy. I want to drink your bathwater." Like I got to hear this story. I got to know if this happened for real because I don't
Guarantee it's
understand.
online.
It probably was a baby boomer because that's all they talk about. Them simple ass dudes. Real talk.
don't
They make
really
songs about that shit, motherfuckers.
drink your
That's why shit's so
bathwater.
fucked up. Anyway,
Yeah.
don't let me go
Jesus.
into that.
Man,
Like
Let me
uh,
calm it down. I'm calming it down.
I don't even like
Baby-
sitting in
Goddamn
my
baby
own
boomers.
bathwater. Like real talk, because I'm just like all my dead skin and dirt and whatever's up
Yeah.
in there. I don't even want to sit in a bath, let alone for me to soak in it and then give you that water and you want any part of it. Ew, live.
that stuff is sick. It is very
Right.
sick.
Cool J,
Right.
you made my day so good. I came in here, you told me about the battery change, everything is good. Now you told me this foolishness, and I gotta live with it. Really? What's wrong with you?
But that's
If
what we live in
somebody
today.
was to say, that, I want to do they take baths. Because I'm thinking like, dude,
Man.
you would know if you take baths, you see the dirt, right, coming off your shit, and you go sit there and tell that to somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
Oh my God! No, she said it wasn't online. It was in real life at a restaurant.
Mm.
Okay,
Yeah, I bet his ass was funky. Goddammit,
yo,
funky
Yeah.
bastard,
Damn baby boomers.
I don't know.
fucking baby. All right, Brian. Damn baby, they fucked the man. See what I'm
That's true.
talking about. God damn it.
No,
That's true.
but you know what though? I'll say this. I'm gonna say this, and I don't know about this baby boomer controversy and conspiracy we got going on with the bathwater, but honestly, I actually think that the bathwater shit is more new age than old age. As far as that idea, I do think that it's actually a millennial Generation Z thing happening. And this hot girl worship idolization has gone to a whole new level. Now, with that being said, though, I gotta say, because if we go to the boomer generation and older than that, right, what you've got are people who have completely different ideals about human socialization, not just between men and women, but just between people, that you should, I don't know, call people literally with a phone to, call them and hear their voice and they hear your voice, or go visit people, for example, like just stuff that, even us, Zennial, millennial, even some younger generation Xers don't do. Like call for what? Can't you just text it to me? Right? Like, we don't want to call nobody. We don't want to go see people. We don't have to. You get those younger generations and they see their friends. They go to the mall so they can all sit there and not talk to each other and text each other. Like literally they will text someone standing next to them rather than say words, right? This is the generation that people are in. They don't understand real socialization or human connection and contact. So they're desperate for it and they don't understand how to get it in any other way. So, people can take advantage of that. Like this chick is doing, right? The thirst trapping bathwater scenario. But that's why, because people are so desperate for any type of connection. And
Yeah, but hold on, but Ruby, I mean, but if you look at it, you got people now, they're paying for germs. You're paying for germs.
Oh, yeah. You know what else too?
Does
Over
that
there in
make any
Japan,
sense?
over there in
You're
Japan,
paying
they
for
sell like
germs.
panties. They selling panties and stuff over there in Japan and stuff, man. I've heard someone talking about. There's a lot of crazy shit, man. Like you just
like I
find
remember
internet.
on Orange is the New Black when they had that season where they were making panties for some company and they started doing like selling worn prison panties or whatever. And I looked it up and I'm like, nah, you can really do that.
Yeah.
People will buy your used panties. Like,
Yeah,
just,
it started with that. I don't know if she was a porn star or something, but she started selling her panties on eBay, and she was selling them
Oh
like
yeah, I heard about that,
a few
Brian.
hundred a
Yeah.
pop.
like it's so like I don't understand it, right? I don't understand it. But that being said, I feel like I was a little bit more normally socialized. I was not socialized through the internet and through this 21st century internet boom. And everything that I read when it comes to the literature, when I say literature, I mean as in the research and stuff. What you just see is a whole bunch of people who maybe had good intentions, but have ultimately messed a bunch of kids up, and now they've grown into socially maladjusted adults. They weren't socialized properly. All of this stupid feminist and over inclusion bullshit that they put on the kids from even like in grade school and kindergarten. You're not allowed to have a best friend. You will literally get suspended for calling someone your best friend. You're not allowed to have best friends. Because it makes other kids feel excluded. They would sit there, and to make sure that you don't develop too strong of an association with friend groups, they will make sure that they break apart friend groups from year to year and make sure that they're in different classes. That way, the next year, they can't stay bonded to each other. So now, there's all these targeted things happening because it's social justice warriors and feminism and over inclusion and all this bullshit. And what's happening is our children aren't being socialized. They don't know how to socialize with people. They don't understand what human connection really feels like. They definitely don't know how to develop that. So if you don't know anything about it, but you desperately need it, and you're walking around in a group of 1 million people dead alone, how do you get it? No one ever told them. And I think that's really what the problem is. No one ever told them. We need to recognize the mistakes that were made with the millennials and Generation Z and do better for the next generation. Because at this point, a lot of them are messed up and they're adults. It's up to them to fix themselves, right? But, the ones that are still young or not born yet, those are the ones that we got to target. We got to make sure that policies, procedures, and just the stuff that we're doing, we got to remember we have to work extra hard to socialize our children because they have challenges we didn't have.
Wait. But no, I can't get over this. This germ situation, this bathwater. It's somebody is willing, if you're willing to pay for germs, that's like saying you're willing to pay for an STD.
Yeah, that's what Tony said.
Bro.
Tony Smith,
man, bro. That's
he said. In the
you
chat,
see what I'm saying? Like, socialize? Come on, Ruby. This is fucked up. This is fucked up. Seriously, like I'm a pay for gonorrhea. Like, what the fuck, man?
But hold on. I'm gonna answer something. In the chat.
Somebody help me out on this one. I'm not figuring this one out right now.
AJ, them baby boomers, because Tony Smith, what's next? Selling piss? Yes, they sell it. Certain women, certain hot women. There's men. Yeah, the guy said he want to pour it all over himself. They do sell piss.
It's like a motherfucker go to the clinic instead of getting checked. They gonna be like, well, no, I want to buy an STD. Not to see if I got an STD. I want to buy one. How much? How much for gonorrhea? Gonorrhea. How much for?
No, but see, that's what I'm saying.
This is starting to freak me out right now.
Here's the thing: you're a normal person, right? So because you're a normal person and you were normally socialized, this is repulsive because you're thinking about all of the common sense factors of buying someone's water that is full of all their germs and dirt and whatever, and how disgusting that is. But you also know how, because you were socialized properly, how to get that feeling of being close to someone, right? Of being intimate with someone, of feeling connected deeply to someone in a really personal and private way. You know how to do that because you were socialized properly, right? So even if you were like single, you took some time alone by yourself to just gather your thoughts, and then you were like, you know what? I'm feeling that need to be close to someone. You know how to go start at ground zero and build with friends and people and meet someone and build to the place where you are really privately connected to someone, right? These people, what they're doing is they are reaching in all the wrong ways to feel that connection because they don't have it anywhere and they don't know how to get it. And of course, you will sound like a complete idiot. People are going to make fun of you. You turn around and say, I don't know how to be deeply connected to a woman. I don't know how to get that feeling of knowing her that intimately and privately, because one of the ways we used to know each other intimately and privately was sex. But now, girls are giving blowjobs for like a stick of gum, and that's like the norm. Everyone's banging how do you know someone intimately and privately? People don't even think that sex is intimate and private anymore. There's nothing special about certain things that used to be special and used to connect us in special ways. So I think that, I'm not saying that this is normal. What I'm saying is it makes sense to me because they are not socialized and they don't know what the hell they're doing, and they are desperately trying to find some way, because they're used to having an easy button for everything, some easy way of feeling that connection. Of course, it's not going to fulfill anything. It is just disgusting. They probably are really catching herpes and shit from a bunch of, well, not herpes, but like different diseases and whatever from drinking these things and pouring these things on them and whatever. But what it comes down to is that's just illustrating this problem that, you know, this younger generation has.
Right, but I'm just saying, if you look at it, it just seems like they're paying for it. You're paying for herpes. You're paying just for it.
It's like, I can't get over it.
It's like you know what's wrong. You see what's going on. You see the stats. They talk about it all the time. But here you are still saying, well, I mean, I can understand you in love with somebody and you have sex with her, and yeah, I mean, you're burning the next day. You ain't use the condom, okay? But it's like you know something wrong with her, and you sit back and now you're paying for it. Like, well, I know she got herpes, her shit bumped up down there, but I'm gonna still pay her for it because hey, why not? You know, fuck it, I don't care.
No, you know, the thing is, the reason why I'm finding this so hilarious is because I'm a germaphobe, right? So, like, to me, like, the idea of this is the most, I can't even think of something more disgusting. Like, as it is, like, if a bathtub even looks remotely dirty, I don't care whose dirt it was. Now that bathtub, it's like it's infected to me forever, right?
Can you imagine that, Ruby? Like, you got a package coming, you probably with somebody, and they probably like, hey, you got a package. What's up in there? It's a bath water. Some what? Bath water. I got this bath water from this gamer. Like
hey,
what?
Hey, what are you hearing when it comes to this?
Man, I've been tracking that bath water, man. That bath water's supposed to been here, man. That's supposed to be here hours ago. Like, come on, man. What the
I'm done. Hey, AJ, by the time the package gets to the door, like the UPS man, you try to break it out. Like, what the hell is this? I got some yellow water or something on my pants leg or something. All right, man, what the hell is this stuff right here, though? Thanks for sending my piss, though. That's a bottle of damn piss. Are you kidding me? Oh, yeah, this is a jar of piss, though, my guy. This is a jar of piss, though, man. I'm using it for something special, though. Gotta go.
You be like Negro, are you trying to pass a drug test? No, this is it's the piss thing, bruh. Like, what?
That's what it is. That's what it is, bro. I'm like, dude. I'm like, this is outrageous, man. People sell anything online. I mean, anything. I mean, it's basically like secret fetishes. That's all what it is, man. It's fetishes. That's all it is.
Like you got like a motherfucker. You get a package and you round your peoples, right? And you got, like you saying, Brian, the young lady or whoever she was selling her panties, and here you taking that shit out. You taking the shit out the package, and motherfucker looking like, dude, why? What the panties? What's up with those? Like, oh, you got those for your girl, and they like, nah, this is mine. These my panties. Like, I got this from somebody online. And we're gonna be like, what? And you gonna be like, yeah. By the way, somebody wore these. Can you imagine saying some shit like that? Like,
hell no,
man. Look, man. Somebody said some shit like that to me, man. Yeah, bro. Yeah. I'm calling the police on your ass. A mental.
Yep. Calling the nut house.
Nah.
Man, bro.
No. You getting your ass locked up, bro. Get your ass out of here. Get the what you call it for this dude.
The white jacket.
What you call it for him, man?
The strap jacket, though.
Get his ass out of here. And then and can you imagine they said to you with a straight face, like it's nothing wrong? Like, yeah, man, these some used panties, man. Like, yeah, look at this, man. Hey, like what, bro? Like what? Get that straight jacket. Hey, bruh, get him out of here, man. Yep. Straight up, man.
That's right,
no, man.
Real men. I didn't have to steal them. That was the thing. If you got with a girl, you came out with a pennies. That means you did your thing.
Right.
Exactly.
Yep.
And you set it down, and that was over with. You don't keep bragging about it. Exactly. See, I don't understand, like, niggas, like, my bad. I don't like to say that N-word, but anybody that turn around, they got panties hanging on their walls or something like that. Like, dude, I mean, I understand you, like, yeah, I hit it. Okay, cool. But you keep them on your wall, like, bro, no, bro, no.
Oh, I never kept them on my wall.
Eventually, bro, like,
I ended up giving some of them back anyway.
Man, crazy shit, man.
Nah, I used to be like that too. Like, you know, I saw people gay, you know, female they used to leave their shit behind because, you know, they trying to mark their territory. But I used to be like, man, look, bro, look, yeah. And they like, yeah, bro, you hit that. So after that, I'm throwing that shit, that's done. Because I'm waiting for the next victim, you know? Hey, who's next?
Victim.
So for keeping that shit, like as some trophy or like a, no, bro, what is wrong with you, man? You better throw that shit away, man. What's wrong with you, man? You know, keep that shit.
Mm-hmm.
You tell them, come get your shit, and they be like, no, throw that shit away. On to the next.
You know what? Think about it like this, right? If you're an insecure ass person, and you think that you are not worth anything, right? Because all these guys, right? You would think to yourself, no, there's no way that these guys fit that bill, right? Because they walk around, they're probably on a football team or some team, you know, they got their group of guys, they're always the confident ones. But a lot of those guys that do this stuff, it's because internally they don't feel like they're worth shit. And so they're doing this kind of outrageous, over the top stuff to prove that they're worth something. Right? They probably had, you know, a father who put them down a lot, told them that, you know, they're a wussy or, you know, a this or that or whatever. And so they're constantly doing stuff to try to prove that, you know, they're manly, try to prove that they're strong, try to prove they're Vera. They're trying to prove a bunch of stuff. And so, you know, it's just showing you their level of internal self-worth and self-respect and, you know, dignity, all those things. They're low on themselves. Because, you know, someone who's not low on themselves doesn't need to advertise. They'll have 600 people in their back pocket. They'll never advertise who it is. They'll never advertise they did it. They don't need to tell anyone because it's not about anyone else. It's about them. You know what I mean? And just the fact that they did it and they know in their head and they can look at that chick and remember is enough for them. Right? Those are the people who have that real self-confidence. And, you know, their self-worth is high. But a lot of people are fronting these days.
Tyrone treated me. Tyrone said, "Penny lives matter."
What is penny lives matter? That's the lieutenant, man. That's why, man. I got one of the funniest lieutenants out here, man. That's my dude. By the way, I'm gonna have to put up you know, he's the first that got one of my pull-up shirts, so I'm gonna post that up. For you guys to see, man. So once again, man, thanks, Ty, man. So, but once again, let me put my advertisement. Go buy the pull-up shirts. Maybe I'm got to go ahead post the link again. Pull-up shirts. Don't pull up with no germs, and don't pull up with no germs. Don't use panties. We ain't on that. Don't do that.
Wait, you don't want to trade bathwater for one of those shirts? I got lots of bathwater.
No,
I'm not money. I got lots of bathwater.
Yeah.
Don't use my shirts for nothing. Nah, let's not do that. God damn it. No germs on the pull-up shirts.
It's a barter. You know what? Hey, listen, the barter system used to work, right? I trade you a little bit of my spit on a towel, and you get traded a t-shirt, right? It's even trade.
Hey, some idiot, some simp out there, they will buy that too, though, for real, though. They will actually buy it for real. Like,
well, I mean, that's on them, but I don't have nothing to do with that. If she decides to do that, that's on her end. Don't put me in that shit. God damn it.
Real talk, if I did something like that, no, I'm not even gonna lie. If I'm not saying I wouldn't do something. If I was one of these chicks already who was trading on my looks, right? So I was here just to, you know, pretend that I'm bouncing around with my boobs and shit. I would do it. But I wouldn't actually, it wouldn't be my bathwater. Yeah, you might think it's my bathwater, but I would literally just mix big buckets of water with my whatever the hell bath stuff that I said that I use, right? Mix it up and pour it into little vials and then pretend it's my bathwater. I don't even take bath, but I would pretend.
If you want to do that on the pull-up shirts, I don't care. I mean, as long as my shirt's selling, but you do that on your end. Don't put that with me. So, if you want to have
we gotta be
germ pull-up shirt from your bath water or
pull up, bitch. I got you. I got some bath water right here. Pull up.
Right. Exactly. Go ahead, be my guest. But you do that on your end. Don't put me with that shit.
Dang, come on, man. All right, y'all. I'm gonna go to commercial break though. I want to say thank you all for tuning in. Thank you for watching the show. Be able to get the likes up and share this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. This is Cool Gen 87 where we keep it cool and classy over here. And also, this is a no fuckery zone, as you may say. So yeah, y'all go back to it. It's all good.
But I'm wondering though, is me selling my bath water considered fuckery? That's what I think. That's the important question of the
No, me personally, no. I don't. I mean, I have to start looking at the individual who buys it. I
right.
mean, I mean, shit. I just can't. That's some weird shit. Like you waiting for a package of bathwater. Like that's the weirdest shit to me. Like,
hey AJ, hey, I wonder like when she, hey y'all, I wonder when she be like when she just like these some idiots though, like they just sit up there and bought the water. I just wonder what goes on in her mind like at the present moment. She looking at her account though, man, with all that money she made, like just for selling water. And she, also too, I remember this too. She said, "Oh guys, I'm sorry, I ran out of bath water. I have to get some next week though, some dirty bath water."
But can somebody help me? Can somebody help me out with this one? It's like when you do receive it, what do you do? Do you look at it? You just, I mean, how does that like help you? Like, how you get some gratification from that? Like,
you know what I think it is?
How does that make you happy that you have somebody else dirty bath water? Somebody help me out, please.
I'll tell you. I think what it is, it's the same thing, only on an even deeper scale as buying someone's cologne or someone's perfume because you miss them and that's the perfume that they smell like. So when you smell that, you know that it smells like them. So what I think it goes an extra level though, because they're putting their skin. So this is what your natural skin smells like on top of all this, your bath scents that you'd smell like. That's all in this one thing. So when I smell that, I'm going to be smelling your bath salts and your bath whatever, but I'm also going to be smelling your essence. And I think that's what it is. It's going to that extra level. So I honestly think they mostly just smell the shit or pour a little bit of it onto pillows and shit like that. That's what I think they do.
Yeah, what's it called? Pheromones or something like that? If I'm not mistaken. Like you said, like Ruby got done explaining, you used to a particular person, like their scent go with their personality that you're attracted to. So their scent, they may be on a shirt, pants, leg, or whatever, like a cloth, or something like that. Like it reminds, like it's there for to remind them of when you're near them if they're not around.
Right.
That I see though, but with the bath water and stuff, like some stuff is like going way too damn far. So you basically selling the scent.
Skin cells in it. So they're like, yo, I have literal pieces of you. Like they're like, yeah, sure, it's your dirt and stuff too, but it's your skin cells. Like that's you, your skin. It's like if I pour this on my bed, it would be like you slept in it. Like I honestly think people are like are going to that level in their heads. Like they're so lonely and desperate for that that's the best they're gonna be able to get is some skin cells from some YouTuber that they watch. Some skin cells.
Ain't no telling what they're gonna come out with if they already haven't already. What they gonna be selling? Shoes. Ain't no telling though.
Humans. I don't know. I don't understand humanity.
Yeah, that's how far this generation's gone. Like way far. I'm like, yo, they probably selling their weed with some of those men. I don't know. Ain't no telling. And make now it's just like I said, slut culture / simp culture / everything in that mix. That's what it comes down to.
You know what? I think again, all of this extreme bullshit, regardless of what it is, what it comes down to again is that the part that is actually functional, the part that is actually good, that would lead you to a life of contentment and happiness, and that overall would lead you to a stable life of satisfaction, and it build a building, or at least the beginning of a little bit of wealth passed down to the next generation, and whatever. For most people, the only way that they're getting that, because they're not going to be, the 1 in a million who actually makes it to the NFL or, the NBA. They're not going to be the one who becomes the multi-million-dollar rap star or whatever. That's again, there's very few of those people who actually make it. Everyone else, their best bet really would be to see things in that more traditional light and go that way and aspire to that. Because aspiring to that, like you think about it. So if you actually, because for the fact that this woman literally, like, she thought I must be disingenuous, I must be lying to say that I did not have casual sex. I did not. I do not. It was never something in my vocabulary. It's not something that made sense to me. And again, but I also came from just overall that wasn't cute. So now you think about that. That's where we're coming from. And she was older than me too. So it's not like she's younger. She was older than me. She graduated high school when I was just finishing grade 7. So, but that being said, even in her time, casual sex was a thing. It's something people did. Okay, well, let's think about that. If you did not have casual sex, if no one had casual sex, just no one did, right? The spread of AIDS, gone. Spread of herpes, gone. Spread of all of these STDs, gone, right? All of these unwanted pregnancies, gone. All of these people who are getting screwed over in fraternity court, gone. All of these things, so many things would be gone without casual sex. So many. And then, you know what? People are going to be sitting there, and in order to have sex, they're going to marry someone. Now, with that being said, it's harder to walk away at that point. It is actually harder to walk away. People would actually think twice. They would think longer and harder before getting engaged and getting married, whatever, just to have sex, because it's harder versus, you get to just, as long as you wine and dine her right, you can get inside of her. Right. So you think about that. It would change so many things so dramatically overnight. And the thing is, I can't sit there and go like this, snap my fingers, change the culture. I can't. I can only control me, right? You can only control you. Here's the thing, though. There could be 100 people, 200 people who listen to this message. And if all of those 200 people go and they talk, and then 100 people listen to each one of those messages, you look at how much that message could build. And if each one of the people who listens to this says, you know what? I can't control anyone else. All I can do is control me, and I'm going to practice what I preach. I'm going to put it into practice today. Every chick who's thoughting on Instagram and she's just there for eye candy, I'm going to unfollow her. Why am I going to unfollow her? Because I don't want her getting that money and that play and basically the message to other little girls that this is the way to be. You know what? Cardi B, she's canceled for me. This is canceled for me. If we turn around and we literally, practice what we preach, and we actually, let our feet do the talking, and walked away from things, cut things off, canceled things, say just like feminists do, we're gonna do it, but we're gonna do it better. Because you know what? We're not doing it for some bullshit. We're doing it because we want the community to get better. And really living that way. You know what? I'm gonna overlook all these people who are doing all the bullshit in front of me, and I'm gonna check for the girl or the guy who is just sitting there chilling, and you know what? They got a pleasant face on. They're covered up in a nice way, but they still look classy. They still put themselves together well. They give you like at least a casual smile when you see them instead of screw face and attitude. You know what I mean? Like, basically, we're gonna reward the behavior that we actually want to see, and we're gonna sit there. We're gonna ignore. We're gonna give any attention to that behavior we want to go away. I think if we did that, if each person just took that responsibility to control only themselves, we would still start seeing a big change.
Mm-hmm.
There's enough of us that want it to be different.
Let me put my Rollo hat on. That's because you're dealing with these Babylonian women. You don't deal with that overseas. Man. You get this craziness from these Babylonian
Brian,
women.
You see how you summed that up? What Ruby said, like in 2 words. Did you see how you summed that up, like, quickly?
Yep.
To me, to be honest with you, there is no saving first off, what community, and second off, I mean, it's no coming back. Like I said, it's just, I don't see it happening. It's not happening, but I get it. Some people got hopes, and that's okay, but nah.
But see, that's what I'm saying, though. You don't have to save the community. All you got to do in this particular instance, it's kind of like sort of the thing, the idea of saving yourself, but save yourself. So it's all you got to do, right, is stop supporting the fuckery, right, and only support and invite into your life that which is actually positive and is going to help your life overall build and grow. That's with friends, that's with family, that's with relationships, period. And if you actually just do that, it doesn't matter that you're trying to change everyone else. That's not the point. The point is overall is that right now, being a hoe, being an Instagram thought, that is the winning strategy. those chicks, as far as a lot of different factors, as far as money and this and fame and all that, and power, probably they got more than me. They got more than the average married chick. And so
No,
if
they
that's
don't.
no, they do financially. Most of them do,
No.
and no, they do, honestly. And but
Go look at
here's
the
the thing.
documentary, Life After Porn.
I'm not talking about
and,
porn.
and tell me if they living better than a lot of these
Actually,
married
you know what?
women.
A lot of them, if you listen to what they're saying now, emotionally and psychologically, no. And that's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that there is a benefit. And when you're talking to these little girls who really, that's what they're seeing. They're seeing the dollar signs, they're seeing the fame, they're seeing all the shiny stuff, right? They think that's the winning strategy. They don't understand the emotional, psychological torment they're after. They don't understand the lack of respect. They self-respect even. They don't understand a lot of those things. What needs to be seen, what they need to see are those shining examples of, yo, yeah, sure, I don't. Hey, the wife isn't making an extra 15 grand a month just for looking pretty. You're right, she's not. But look at what she is getting. And look at how she feels. And look at how her and her husband are building something. She doesn't have to thought to this month for them to continue building. It's just building itself now at this point because they've established an empire. But they don't see that. They don't understand that. And that's what I'm saying. It's like if we just stop rewarding thought behavior and just stop rewarding it. That's it. Just let's stop being part of the problem. Let's stop being part of, you know what, all these channels that sitting and preaching this bullshit. Let's stop watching those streams. We watch the streams to see what they're going to say and whatever, so we can report back on it later. But you know what? Here's the thing. That still clicks, views, and whatever. They're still getting paid for that shit. So let's stop watching it. Let's just stop.
Yeah, but the thought behavior, I mean, it brings money. I mean, that's basically what they're pushing now. I mean, shit, the thought behavior, they win awards now. They get Grammys now. So, I mean, it's too far gone. It's just too far gone right now. Just I don't see there's no coming back. It's not. So I get what you're saying, Ruby, but me personally, it's over with. It's over with.
You're dealing with these Western women's.
It's over.
That's
it's
why.
Over now.
Get out of
Right.
Babylon.
I mean, we should have panels like Cool Jen having, and we discuss it. And I mean, we just take it from there. Like Ruby, what you're saying. Hey, you take the right things to protect yourself and do things that basically that could help yourself and prevent that goofy shit from affecting you. And maybe there will be women and other people that listen to you and be like, okay, yeah, what she's saying makes sense. Like what we're doing, like what Cool Gent's saying, that, hey, there's a panel, we could have level-headed people, we could have a discussion, and after that, we just move on from it, and people can learn from it. But other than that, I don't care what anybody say. It's over with. It's over.
But see, that's what I said. It's not about saving the community, right? And because I think we both agreed at the beginning that ultimately this stuff is going to keep going and going and going, and it's ultimately going to reach a place where it implodes, right? And then there's going to be the wreckage and the devastation thereafter, and that's what I'm talking about now. And again, it's going to be a small faction in the middle that's still established and still secure and actually building. Why? Because unlike all of the idiots, what they decided to do, stop focusing on all the idiots and all the dysfunctional ass people, and they went and they found the woman or the man who's in that smaller percentage, and they connected themselves to that, and they decided that they were going to do other. Right. And those are the ones that after their families. So if it's not in their lifetime, it's in their children's lifetime. But those are the ones that are going to actually be established, be okay. And whatever. That's why I'm saying, I'm like, it's not about saving everybody because people can only save themselves. It's not about focusing on it because you can only focus and save yourself. You cannot make other people do something different. All you can do is, change your own choices. Right. And in and of itself, and then speak the truth, live the truth, and control your own choices. And in and of itself, other people will see that not a lot. I'm not saying it's going to change the whole world. I'm just saying there are some people are going to sit and be like, damn, that is a better way. Damn, that does make more sense. Okay, like, you know what? Let me do that. Right. And that's going to get us a little hub, basically. So when the destruction happens, we have a little hub that's already established, and that hub is going to be all right.
But the destruction is already taking place.
Women
Mhm.
exploited.
So I'm not understanding what you mean by that. I mean, it's happening now. You see it every day. So, I mean, we're minusing, we're not plussing.
Oh no,
We're
but you're
killing
right.
each other at a high,
Absolutely.
like, let's just say black men. We're killing each other at a high rate. So the
Yes.
destruction already is here.
Exactly.
So
But it hasn't imploded.
Yeah.
See, what I'm saying is
I think it has. I feel like it has.
No, it
It
hasn't.
has.
I feel like it has.
It's still going. Implosion is going to be the end. That's the climax. That's when it explodes.
Well, I
and
feel like it is
everybody's
because I mean, if you look at it, you see it. The black men, we don't respect each other. There's no love for each other. There's heavily self-hate going on. You see it every day. It is.
Oh, it can
So,
get worse though, and it's
you might as well say it implode because what's going to stop it? Who's
gonna
going
get
to
worse.
stop it?
It's going to get worse. And that's the problem. Feminism is going to get worse. The destruction that feminism is causing and what it is going to do to society and to men specifically is going to get worse. It's only, honestly, as sad as this is to say with how bad things are, because, you know, they're worse than they've ever been, it's going to get worse. It can get so much worse, and it's gonna. It hasn't burned itself out because there's so many places it can go, and that's why it keeps going there. Next month there's going to be a new place it goes, and that's the thing. They're not moving in massive strides. They're moving in teeny tiny baby steps. They just take one every day, and so the thing is, it can get a lot worse, and it's gonna get a lot worse. It's gonna get way. We haven't.
But
even
I'm not talking
begun
about towards with feminism. I'm talking about just with black men. Period.
What
I'm
do you
not
think's
going that
destroying-
route.
what do you
That's
think's
another.
destroying
That's
that?
hold on, Ruby. That's another element. You see what I'm saying? So I'm just saying with black men. Period.
Where do you think
it's
the attack
fucked
on
up.
black men is coming from, though? Where do you think? And see, that's what I'm saying.
No,
At the
I'm not
end of the day-
disagreeing with you on that, but I'm just saying now at this time, even you don't see these guys in these communities sitting there talking about feminist women. It's already there. It's already they already implanted that in their head. There's hatred for each other already. You see what I'm saying? So that don't even matter at this time. And I do agree with you. It does play a part. But I'm just saying, there's the hatred is there. Black men do hate each other at a high level. And I'm just not really putting in the feminist rhetoric, what they're doing. No, I'm just saying, you know, it's there. It's there. And I mean, honestly, I just, like I say, like you said, you don't think it imploded. It has. Because black men are killing each other at a rate that shit. Wars. You look at
That's
wars.
crazy, bro.
No,
It's
see,
crazy,
the
man.
thing is,
You can't even
there's two
explain
things
it. Seriously.
No, that's the problem, though. It's kind of like this, right? Like it's like if there's a flashpoint where literally it's going to burn to the place where it can't burn anymore. It hasn't reached flashpoint yet because it's still burning. That's
But
like
Ruby, but this is genocide. It is. I'm telling you. I'm like,
I'm not disagreeing.
just like once again. Hold on, Ruby. Hold on. Once again, just a week. Just this weekend. Once again, where I'm at, and I hate to keep bringing this shit up. 40 people shot. 40. 2 days. 40 blacks. Most of them black men. Shot.
It ain't the white
3
man.
of them died.
Right.
Now the
white man.
number. I ain't hear you, Brian.
I said they saying it's the white man with those masks running around just shooting all the black people.
Right. But this is normal. But think about it. Every weekend, 40 shots. 3 or 5 died. This is within 2 days of a weekend. Every weekend this is happening.
Exactly.
40 people are getting shot. Not white, not Latino, not Asian, black. And most of them are black men.
Yes, sir.
So
Absolutely.
what I mean, Ruby, I mean, damn, how many blacks do you think there are in the world? Think about it. Just say in the States, period. Add it up in a week.
Really, you're
that's
not
the
getting what I'm
average.
saying. You think that what I'm saying is that things are not fucking terrible right now. And that's not what I'm saying at all. I'm not saying that.
No, but I'm just what I'm trying to get to you is that I see where you're going with it, but honestly, it's genocide is going on right now,
But
and that's within
I
us.
agree with you though.
AJ,
And the problem is it keeps getting worse. It's not getting better. It's not even stopping. It's not even at a standstill and it's just going to stay this bad. It keeps getting worse. Where things are now is significantly worse than it was 10 years ago. And that's the problem is it's getting worse. It's not getting better. It's not at a standstill. It is getting worse. That's my point.
But yeah, go ahead.
I know because you're going at it because Ruby can go.
I know.
See, I'm lost my train of thought. Y'all go ahead. Maybe I think of it.
I want her to go. I mean, this is something the discussion that need. Like I said, it was the title: old school ways versus new school ways. Okay, exactly. This is something that needs to be talked about. I mean, I mean, I was joking earlier, but seriously, I mean, damn, we're killing each other though. I mean, if you look at old school cats, I get it. I mean that shit, it was the way they took care of things. Towards with the new school way, the way they taking care of things. And I mean, they're killing themselves. They're killing themselves off.
It's the end result of 50 years of black men ain't shit. This is the end result. So all that indoctrination, they feel they ain't shit. They hear from their mother, your father wasn't shit. This wasn't shit. They get that.
Right. And I get it. That's a great point. But okay, so when we're going to realize, okay, your father wasn't shit, your mama ain't shit, and all this other shit that we go like, all right, well, why don't we become the shit?
Yeah. Because the thing is that that indoctrination is side by side with an indoctrination that tells you that if you come from some ain't shit people, that you ain't shit, you ain't never gonna be shit. That's the problem. So there's this indoctrination that keeps a prison around you and keeps you in a box and tells you that good life, that life of endless possibilities, if only you try, that's for other people. You're dumb, you're stupid, you ain't shit because you come from some ain't shit breeding and you ain't never gonna be shit. So sit there and be nothing. That's
okay, Ruby. Okay, so how do the black race survive from that?
What do you mean? How do we survive?
How do we survive? How do we survive? Can somebody answer that question? Not just you, Ruby, the panel in the chat. So how do we survive from that?
I'd give my solutions. Mandatory mental health therapy.
I said that. I said we should start a Blackville. That was the very first thing on Brother X's channel when he said we're going to do Blackville, so you get to start your own Blackville. Was the first thing you did, and I said that's the first thing, the very, 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 very first thing. And I'm so happy you said that. So necessary.
That's number one. That's number one. Number two, no more teaching about that bullshit slavery story. Number three, turn off the TV. That's how you save people.
Well, I mean, I agree 100%. Because that mandatory counseling is huge. We don't understand, and the thing is, what we think, I think honestly, and what I've noticed come across is that people think like if you got something that happened to you, so you have post-traumatic stress disorder, you got schizophrenia, you got something like huge like that, yeah, you need psychological counseling. Like we don't understand the kind of brainwashing, the kind of oppression that your brain is under from the time that you literally come out of the womb. That when they test you at 4 years old, you think the black dolly that has the skin tone that you have is the most beautiful one because it looks like you. And by the time you're 8 years old, you think the black one is the ugly one because it's black and it looks like you. And the one that's beautiful is the whitest one because white is beautiful. This is stuff that is happening. It's just passively happening. And that's just one example. Right. So there's so much brainwashing and training that is happening because they figured out that they can't keep us in physical bondage as far as, keeping us in shackles inside the field. So, mental bondage. OK, we got to make sure that psychologically and mentally we keep them bonded just enough that they will never think that they can be all that they can be. That's what they want to keep us in that place where we do not believe. And that's what they're doing. That's what everything that they try to do, and they filter into our community, and the people they filter into our community, and the movements, every damn movement, including Black Lives Matter. That's what they do. They make sure that they filter in this bullshit that tells us that we can't be shit. We're never gonna be shit. We should accept exactly what's happening to us because that's what we deserve. It's filtered into everything.
That's one of my points on here. You can't build a people by telling them you nothing. The only thing in your history is just shackles. I'm just going because I'm trying to do two things at once. All that nonsense that's all fake, oppression. You've been oppressed. You're nothing but sharecroppers. All that nonsense is bullshit. You go because like I said, I bring stuff up. The further you go back, the greater we are. People think I'm crazy by telling them, no, you're not.
No,
you're great.
Because I agree with you, Brian. Real talk. I've been saying that too. We need to let that. I get it. It happens. We were slaves and shit like that. But I'm like, in the 21st century, I mean, there's so many opportunities, and I think we just letting that shit go by, and we using the excuses to turn around and be dysfunctional. And then we're not dumb. We know what's going on. People that's doing what they're doing, they know what they're doing is not right. But I mean, we want to keep continuing to use these fucking excuses. And as you see, we're falling behind the wayside. We got Hispanics and other cultures, other nationalities coming in and basically passing us by. So it's just like, okay, what's the end game? Like, what the fuck, man? We seeing this. Like, I see it. So, and I guess that's why I keep speaking on it, because I be trying to just really talk to people. And I know Cool Gent, he's a younger guy, and he probably have a younger crowd. So I'm talking to the younger people, like, okay, to try to get in they minds, like, okay. And I'm not saying that they're the problem, but to really get people to start thinking about this shit. Like, look, man, like, we seeing this shit. Let's stop making excuses. We know what we need to do. Let's do it. But I just don't see it happening. But I'm a Gen Xer, so I could sit there and say that. But anybody, Millennium or anybody at Generation Z and all of them, like, come on, let's get this shit together, man.
See, my problem with what you're saying is this, right? Is it actually does dismiss. And this is where I do agree with you in the fact that there's a thought process, and that thought process stops at, we were slaves, we were oppressed, boom. That's the end of the thought process, right? So it's like you just mellow in that idea for a while. Oh, you know what? They're oppressive societies against you. Boom. Stop at that thought process and just mellow in that and wallow in it. So I agree with the fact that, you know what? We need to stop stopping right there. Knowing history, knowing what our people have been through and whatever. There's a way you can present a story so that way you are either the victim or that you are the victor, right? As in you're victorious. When I listen to the stories of what the Black community went through in America, and the things that they were able to accomplish despite everything, against all odds, over and over and over again. Those should be stories of victory. Those should be stories of, hey, listen, and look what we accomplished. But instead, what ends up happening is the stories always end somewhere where, and white people took it away because they can take it away whatever they want, whenever they want, and boom, we're done. And so I agree with that idea. But what I do think that we need to be careful not to do is I don't think we can sit there and say, hey, listen, you know what? These are just excuses now, because it's actually really happening. The psychological conditioning is really happening. And that's why that psychological part of this, the counseling part of this, is so important, because whether it's in your conscious awareness or if you haven't gotten there yet, the point is that, a lot of us have been through a lot of shit. And even without being through a lot of shit, there's a lot of conditioning that has happened in our brains. And what we need to do is come to awareness of the fact that we have this psychological conditioning, and we need to break those bonds. Because once you break those bonds, then you know what? At that point, you're not being held back by your own mind. You're not being held back by anything, because you've healed all of that bullshit. There are no more holes in your soul that you're sitting there trying to fill with all the wrong things and whatever, and you can focus, right? So I think we got to be careful not to fall into that shake it off mentality, because, in most cases, it's not so simple. It's not just a matter of, well, just shake it off. You're just making excuses.
See, this is why I disagree with you, because see, I get it. I do really feel like there is a heavily mental illness that's going on in the Black community. I've been saying this for the longest, but the problem is when are they going to realize it? Like you said, and I said myself, and you got a lot of other people saying the same thing. But when are they going to realize it? See, that's the problem. They think it's normal. They think this dysfunctional shit is normal to them because that's all they seen. So you can sit there and go there, and you could be like somebody like me. I've been doing that in these communities. I was part of them. It took for me to actually realize for my own there was something wrong with what I was doing. But they don't do that. Because I agree, the media, they push this, the other shit push that, but they still do this shit. Listen, at the end of the day, when they go home, they know something is wrong. They know what they did is not right. But if they want to keep doing it, they have to be the people to realize like what they're doing is wrong. And I feel like that's what I'm saying. We give them excuses saying, okay, it was slavery. It's the white man. It's white supremacy. That's not the truth. It's not.
AJ, stop dancing
around. They're not owning up to their shit. And we keep allowing them to keep doing the same shit. That's why you see that there is no Black community. That's why we don't own shit. We keep allowing them to get away with this shit instead of telling them like, you got to own up to what the fuck you doing.
AJ,
we don't do that.
Stop dancing around and tell the truth. The only people that coddle it is these liberals and I'm sorry, a lot of Black women. That's why they coddle that.
That's why you sit here, like he's saying, like Brian said, you got the Democrats mostly here, and let me put it out there in Chicago, are black. Yep. You know what they done? Nothing. Not a goddamn thing.
Y'all know why?
You think why? Because nobody don't call them out on that shit.
That's true too. They're right there.
They're comfortable.
Too. And because
they're comfortable.
A lot of us Black people, for them, they don't know their history, where they came from. They don't look back on their past and try to learn from it. So that's why we keep everything's gonna repeat itself, if you don't learn from it. You know what I'm saying?
I think they do know. They get taught in the school, but it is nothing significant to them. I mean, it's like, hey, like they do, because it's like a pseudo type of history lesson, which I think that I find that kind of strange, because some of these public schools I name after some of these Black, people that really, did something major in history. But then when you go to like the history lesson and all that, it's basic. They don't really tell them the whole truth.
No, you see what happened?
But who really give a fuck?
You see what happened to Tariq and the Sheik, didn't you? Y'all heard about that?
Who you say?
Tariq and the Sheik.
About being banned?
Yeah. I don't really fuck with Tariq Nasheed. I don't think he's genuine, but I mean, that's me.
Cool, Jen,
I think he's full of shit.
Cool, Jen, I'm gonna step up for a minute because I gotta go move my car because they're paving the streets again.
Okay.
So if you still on, I'll come back on.
Okay, cool.
All right, everybody. See you in a few.
All right, Brian, man. Appreciate you, brother.
All right, Brian.
But yeah, I don't follow Tariq. But I get it. I mean, everybody like his movies and the movies he made, but but I don't knock him either, because hey, but I don't fuck with the pro Blacks and all that, because I don't get it. What you pro Black for? What have you done? What community have you helped?
Yeah, you know what, AJ? Like, I'm not a follower of his either, though. It's just that when I came across the internet, and found that little article, I'm like, okay, because he was like part of the Hidden Colors. That's why. I wish these Mexicans could stop get the damn truck out the way. But yeah, that's what it is.
But you know something, Cool Jen? They don't. But I mean, I heard about the First Colors. I kind of briefly watched that, but why they don't play that like in the schools, in these public schools? Because I wouldn't believe that first movie he taught. He really broke it down about the history with us. But do they really play that in schools? No.
No, they're not gonna do that. They ain't gonna really. They want you to stay blind. They don't want you to know your history, where you came from. Because like everything didn't start with just slavery, black people. Come on, man. We was like another country like before this one. We was actually already over here though.
Yeah, I just feel like I get upset about that shit. It's when I start. I try to keep my cool, but when we start talking about these black communities, and like I said, I get what Ruby's saying. I'm not disagreeing with it, but honestly, it's just too many excuses being made. Like seriously, like motherfuckers need to own up to their shit. Like seriously,
You're right.
They don't. We don't
You're
own
right,
shit.
And we don't own shit, though, man. That's why we're at the bottom. We're at the bottom, man. No type of Black Wall Street or anything. It's like wow, and bring kids into the world to like where's our generational wealth? Like we don't even have that. We
don't have right exactly. That's my point.
And you see other nationalities, man, they have like stuff passed on to the children. Like, how you get this particular car? Oh man, I have some wealthy, kin folks in my family or whatever, I can take a trip around the world. Ha 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 ha. Because I'm we have.
And let me be real with you, Cool Jen. You got people coming from other countries. They consider those they scavengers. They was at the bottom. They come here to the States, and man, they able to make a living for themselves.
Yeah,
I'm serious.
That's true. That's very true. And they laugh at us too as African Americans. They said, "Tough. We come up here to take y'all business and stuff like that. It's like y'all ain't starting nothing." And then what they do, they take the money and they bring it back over there in their country. I know some Indian Indonesians right now, though. They're on a hotel. They take their money and they go back in their country with it. That's how they roll.
And it's just like when we go start seeing like when is enough going to be enough. Like I'm serious about this. They scavengers, like the motherfuckers, the bottom of the barrel in their country. Murderers, all type of shit. Come here to the States and is able to make a living here. Like seriously. And it's just like I just be like, come on, man. When we go get this shit together, man? Seriously.
Right, ain't no telling, man. All the thing they program with us is sports, rap music videos, BET, and that's about it. You know what I'm saying? They think that's all we're supposed to know. That's all we're supposed to know. We ain't supposed to know anything else. That's how bad the programming is.
Right, but we don't support each other. We don't support each other. Like you sit there, like you say with BET and all that other goofy ass shit. What the fuck has BET supported in what black community? Like if we can sit there and talk about other shit like these rappers and all this other shit. You want to sit there, turn around, pass out turkeys and that shit when it's Christmas and all the other shit. What about other businesses, man? What have they started? What have they done?
That's true.
And then you sit back and then people like Nipsey, and that's when I really get mad when they say his name. I'll be like, really? Nipsey? That's your example?
Man, like I said, you know what else too, AJ? There's not a lot of leaders. You know why there's not a lot of leaders? Because we as a people, we push them away. If you're not speaking negative to their mindset, then they're not gonna be down with you. And that's why some of them like just don't quit doing what they're doing. Because we hard headed, and don't want to listen. That's why it is everything the way it is now, and why we are presently in this situation.
Man, we are embarrassment, Cool Gent. Because at the end of the day, you start pulling up the numbers, how much money we spend. Like it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And people could sit there and say, yeah, it's the mental illness and all this other shit. But me personally, I'd be like, nah, that's bullshit. Because we know what we doing. Just we don't give a fuck. Like I say, we don't support each other, and we know basically if we really come together, we really could make some moves. But no, we want to be individuals. So I'm for that. You be that. But you take ownership of the fuck ups and all the shit you're doing when that shit don't work out. Don't start making excuses and blaming other motherfuckers saying, okay, that's the problem. See, I can't let that ride. and now it's all of a sudden it's a psychological situation. And no shots at you, Ruby, but I'm just saying I don't ride with that shit. I don't. Because most of these cats know what they doing. Just know they don't give a fuck. So take ownership of that shit.
You're right about that, AJ. You know, this one thing. You know, a lot of us, you know, black folks are afraid of is accountability. People in general are afraid of accountability. That's a big word. That's a big word. You know.
You know what? And see, here's the thing. There is a difference between things that people consciously know that they are doing wrong, right? And that they are consciously aware of, versus people truly understanding their underlying motivations for why it is that in life they are only striving to become strippers. Okay, there's a difference, right? So there is the accountability you can take, right and wrong, where you know something's wrong, but you do it anyway because you know you're about that money and blah blah blah, and then understanding your own underlying motivations for why it is that you're fucking up your own life. There's a difference. And that's where I'm saying, hey, listen, now there are some things. You might have developed personality disorder. You might be suffering post-traumatic stress disorder, whatever. That doesn't take away personal accountability. And let me be clear about that, because in it, I have post-traumatic stress disorder and I suffer from major depressive disorder. And, you know, for a long time, I had an anxiety disorder. That did not excuse bad behavior. And that didn't mean that, hey, well, you know what? I have these things, so now I have no accountability for my behavior and how I treat others. No, it's on me now to recognize, right, that, okay, something's off and I should do something about that because I don't like the impact I am having on people that I say I love. Right. So that doesn't take away personal accountability to say, yo, listen, there's something wrong and you need help. You know what I mean? And luckily for me, I come from a family that wasn't like the norm in my overall community, whereas in that shake it off mentality is prevalent. That idea that you should just shake things off and just get over it and just do better, and that's all there is to it, was not prevalent. And so there wasn't something anti-psychology or anti-counseling, anti-getting help against me. That actually happens to a lot of people, unfortunately. And so all that they're just told, well, you're lazy, you're a bum, you're this, you're that, you know, like you're trying to be a fuck up. I wasn't trying to be a fuck up. I was one, but I wasn't trying to be one. I had a lot of issues. I didn't realize how my issues were holding me back. Right. And there's personal accountability there because I had to go seek the help. And then I had to do the hard work to get to where I'm at now. That takes a lot of accountability. It takes a lot of responsibility because it involves having to face yourself. And that's something that everyone in the community is afraid to do. If you weren't so scared of facing your damn self, you wouldn't spend so much time pointing your fingers at everyone else and trying to blame everything and everyone for your behavior.
That's true. It's very true. And I say this too. I think a lot of people need like psychological help. I mean, everybody like that was born in this country, you know, us African Americans, of course, need counseling, like serious counseling, because everything pretty much what we're going through is all mental. It's all mental.
Mm-hmm. And can I say something, Siova? You're right. Being a fuck up is not a mental illness. But see, now here's the thing. So I was suffering from major depressive disorder, and my idea of what depression was you sit around and you cry all the time. I did not actually understand the symptoms of major depressive disorder on how that could impact me. So what happened was there was a part of me that cared. There was a part of me that knew that school mattered, for example, and I would be devastated if I messed up all these courses. And then what I was actually doing was something completely different, and I couldn't change what I was doing. It was like almost like being locked in. And so there was a human being inside of me screaming to please just take care of your shit. And then there was this overwhelming cloud that literally prevented me. I once got up. I had an exam. And so I started the shower. I was going to get to the school today, whatever. And I'm staring at myself in the mirror, and I just got lost staring at myself in the mirror. It's going to sound crazy to everyone. And I went to go get into the shower eventually, and the water was ice cold. And I'm like, how's the water still cold? I've been standing here for at least a couple of minutes. 4 hours. 4 hours had passed. I thought it was like 5 minutes. 4 hours had passed. I was just lost. And see, that was the problem, is I didn't recognize I'm fucking everything up. I know I'm fucking everything up, right? But there was something underlying what was happening. Right. And so once I recognize now with that being said, right, I mean, medications, honestly, they don't really understand major depressive disorder. Medications definitely are not going to just solve it for you. But what happens is once knowledge is power. So knowing I have this disorder means that I also know what my symptoms are. And then I also know things that I need to start doing for me to not go and start messing up my own life. Or start messing up other people's lives, or start impacting my husband, my mother, whoever, in a negative, harmful way, the way I used to, because you know what? I didn't understand what was happening to me. And I didn't understand what I was doing to me and to everyone else. I honestly didn't. Right. And so that's where, again, that doesn't take away personal accountability. Right. It's about recognizing that if there's something deeper affecting your behavior, right, then you need to go deal with the thing that's deeper. You can't treat the symptom and expect the problem to go away. That's just going to keep repeating itself because you're just treating a symptom. You're not treating the disease, right? So you got to treat the disease, and then the symptoms go away. It's you know, it follows that way, and that's what we need to recognize. Hey, there's all this shit that's happening that are all symptoms. Well, if we treat the diseases, the symptoms go away, right? But now, when it comes to the disease, who can treat the disease? Only the person who has it can treat it. You can't treat it. I can't treat it. It doesn't matter how much I care about someone. I can't treat it for them. They have to take that accountability. They have to take that responsibility. They have to take that first step and look at themselves and be willing to look at themselves in the mirror and realize and take that accountability because it's on them. It's on them. Either they're going to do it or they're not.
Okay. Well, let me say this. I'm going to get on off because I got to get ready. But Ruby, imagine over 400 years that you got people with that disease. You see what I'm saying? Like it's 400 something years of us with that disease. So, I mean, how can you treat it now? Because it's just been people been fighting it for all those years. And what happened? Only thing was happening is getting worse. So that's what I mean. I just don't see us overcoming it because we haven't overcome. We haven't overcame it yet. And I just want to throw that out there. Yeah, I got to get ready. There was a hell of a conversation. Appreciate it. Cool, Jen. Ruby, keep speaking
Ruby
your knowledge.
You gotta love that. You know I love you just because you got red in your name, right? You
deep, sister. You deep, and you're much needed. And I want you to keep doing what you're doing, Ruby. I'm like I said, I'm listening to you. I'm gonna probably have to go over there check out some of your videos. Yeah, you speaking some real shit.
Recording. I got myself a Yeti. That was my birthday to myself, a birthday present to myself. I'm like, I want a real mic. I want to sound like everyone else, you know, like I want to sound like grown folk doing videos.
Don't start sounding like me. If you sound like me, I can't rock with you. So I'm just letting you know. So
go get myself.
But yeah, I appreciate this, man. Keep this going, Cool Jet. Keep it going, brother. And to everybody in the chat, man, I appreciate everybody. Till next time, man. I'm out of here. Thank you.
All right, brother. Have a good day.
Brother. Appreciate you coming on, though. I'm gonna shut this down as well. This has been really great conversation with you guys. You know, I
always here. You're doing something good, Cool Jen. I really enjoy the streams that you hold. They're really great people, great discussions. Thank you very much for inviting me.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's what's up. You know, shout out to Brian too, though. That was on here as well, and AJ. Shout out to everybody in the chat room and to all my mods. You know, much love to you all. Thank you for hitting the like button. You know, commenting and subscribing and sharing this video. Cool Gent 87, everybody. I am out. Peace.
All right, cheers, y'all.